Because I did this. That's why. How about now, folks?
There it is.
I turned the wrong thing down. Oh my God, that was my own fault. That was
Kathy
mine.
says start over.
Start over?
You'll just cut,
we do?
take two.
We're going to do covered wagons again, folks.
You want to start over?
Let's start
just do
over.
it. All right.
All right, we're going to start over.
Kill all that nonsense.
Okay. Killing nonsense, starting over.
Hang on.
I'm leaving this part in for Patreon.
We're back to black.
Okay, back to black. We're going to... Oh, man. If it's not a technical thing, it's a matnical thing. What?
Victoria texted, you know the camera's just on you, right?
On you?
It was you while you were trying to fix it. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
it was on you, and I was like trying to fix it, so I forgot to change.
Yikes.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Hold on.
Listen to me, you whining little whelp.
From the Gettysburg Tour Studio,
Hey everyone, it's Cameron.
Shut up!
you're listening to Addressing Gettysburg Today.
There's no time. Hello, exactly.
We have flapjacks in small mountains, fresh butter, bacon, wagons of ham, apple butter, ripe cherries. Really ought to pitch in, sir. Courtesy of our host, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Addressing Gettysburg Today for this very first attempt at doing the show today. Yay. As I was saying before, Ronnie Ronstadt is back, so we'll give her a round of applause. Welcome, Ronnie. And I then said, Ronnie, what kept you away from your fandom those 2 weeks? Ronnie?
Mom's birthday last
Kathy's
week.
birthday.
Yeah.
All right, that's a big one.
So we were talking about how it was a special Thursday show because we had the special Saturday show.
Right.
And there was just too much going on for Friday, so Mom's birthday could not take a backseat.
No,
so we
no.
had to celebrate on Thursday.
And you're only 39 once.
That's true.
You're only 39 for the 31st time once,
Right.
right? Or
Right.
However, I don't even know what a real
Yeah,
age is.
but-
So, and even if I did,
Thank
Catholic
you.
school math.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So you did that last week,
Did that
and
last
then
week.
what was before that? It was Antietam. You were down at Antietam, weren't you?
I was going to be at Antietam. I paid up for the Savis Beatty tour and everything, and I had a little medical scare, and I had to have some tests done and everything.
Really?
I'm glad to report. Yes. So
You didn't tell me that.
I know.
Did you
I
think
know.
you were pregnant?
No.
Oh,
Unless it was like what's the
Immaculate
immaculate
Conception?
conception or whatever. Yes, I don't know. No.
was it? Well, what? Do you mind? You don't have to.
No, this one's goofy. It's two things all at the same time. Like a few weeks ago, I had some stomach issues.
Yes,
right?
I
Like,
remember
whatever. So I was scheduled to get an ultrasound of my gallbladder.
Right.
So I did that. And in the interim, while that 3 weeks was going down between getting a doctor's appointment and then getting the ultrasound scheduled, I've turned 40 this year, right? So
Yeah.
I'm due for mammograms beginning this year.
Oh.
So I had my first mammogram, and guess what? They found a spot.
And it
So
was
they
your
wanted
nipple.
that. Yeah. So they wanted that ultrasounded as well. So I just knocked everything out and was kind of waiting for results because it's a little nerve-wracking.
You think?
Right? Yeah. Yeah. So
I'd be
I just
scared,
kind of took it
yeah.
easy, and it was a pretty hot weekend. So like to be out on the field on all day Friday, all day Saturday, and part of
Yeah.
Sunday, I just stayed in.
All while
So-
worrying about whatever that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
worry, I want to just curl up in my bed and hide.
Yeah.
So I get that. Yeah.
So, but the upshot is apparently the spot was really nothing. Nothing to be worried about. Let me
What
put it that
was
way.
it?
A
fatty corpuscle?
So we all have like lymph nodes apparently,
Yeah.
and the one that should be more, I guess, under my arm is a little bit more towards the edge of my left breast. So they now have something to compare it to, which was the big concern. They really didn't scare me, but they said, it's not unusual for women who have their first breast exam through a mammogram to come back with some kind of like recommendation for
'Cause they've
further
never examined it
because they have
before.
nothing to compare
Right,
it to, right?
right,
They don't know
right.
if something's changed. They're not sure. So I wasn't too worried about it, but it's still a thing,
Sure.
right? And the gallbladder thing, the belly issues, turns out I have to lose some weight. Surprise, surprise.
Join
and
the
I
club.
have a fatty liver. So, yes. So just basically what I'm...
Wait, lose weight or stop eating fatty foods?
No, it's not even necessarily fatty foods. It's just lose weight and see if that works, and then there will be other issues if that's not working.
So now do you want to
But
start
it's-
going to the Y with me?
No.
God. Why not?
Because it hasn't been that, like, nobody made a big deal about it. They're like, oh yeah, it's a fatty liver, and they're like, it's you know.
Yeah, but take care of it
I
now
know.
before.
I'm joking. I am joking. I need
I'll
to
just
take
go
better,
by myself.
better
Don't give in.
care of myself.
Don't give in.
I've been trying to get these two to come to the gym with me.
Nobody is paying me to work
Wait,
out anymore.
No, wait.
Now, I
when did
haven't
you go?
gone
All right,
because you guys won't go with me.
Oh, get out.
Oh, it's on us. Yeah, it's totally
Yeah,
on us.
Yeah.
I'm a social animal. I'm not a solo artist. I like to have a team, and I thought we all go together. You know?
Yeah.
But all right.
I'll go
The
if
whole
you're gonna pay for
nutrition.
my.
I get to bring a
my
guest.
membership. How many times though?
Once.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Actually, I think I could do it. I don't know. I'll find out if you're
I think
if
it's
you're
only
serious.
like 2 or 3 times. I
all
used
right.
to be a member there.
Well, why don't
I
we get
am
a
a member.
why don't we get a family plan?
Yeah.
Do we count?
Brothers and sisters.
I don't know. We'll just say we all live at my house, and then. Yeah, we're brothers and sisters. We're siblings, and we just want to go. Yeah,
Dan's
let's
not
try that.
invited then.
I'm their older half brother. Ronnie's next, and then Eric's the baby.
Yep.
Eric's the baby. He's our baby brother. Oh boy. Well, all right. So
So this nutrition stuff is really quite. I don't know if it's just a gimmick. Like, no, I shouldn't say that.
No, it's
Obviously,
real.
health is a real thing
Sure.
and everything like that. But like, okay, so the GI doctor, when they get the results, they have the whatever, somebody like the nurse practitioner give me a call, and she's like, okay, it's, nothing to really be worried about right this second. Like, all your blood work came back good and this and that and blah, blah, blah. The only thing was like, if, you possibly have a fatty liver and da-da-da. I said, okay, well, that sounds scary. Like, what is that? And she's like, well, it can turn into cirrhosis, like, over time because you get a hardening and all this other stuff. And I said, okay, that sounds scary as shit.
Sure.
It's really scary.
yeah.
What do I need to do? She said, well, lose some weight. Don't eat like red meat and things like, which I really don't eat red meat that much. I just
Okay.
don't. So then she's like, vegetables and fruits. Eat more of those, which
Okay.
I do. Eat quite a bit. I have salads like at least once a day. I
Yeah.
have, like I snack on berries, especially like and fruits and things like that. But then you could talk to a nutritionist, and then they're like, "Well, with a fatty liver, like, your liver can't determine what kind of fructose it's coming in, whether it's good stuff from like, or if it's artificial and whatever. So even too much fruits and berries and things like that are going to be bad for you." So I'm like, come
this
on.
is
Like,
what
I
drives
don't
me nuts.
understand. Just tell me what I need to do.
yeah.
I'm trying to work on it, but you get conflicting reports.
No, you do. It's all who you ask, and everybody's got a different answer, and that makes me think that like there is a different answer for every maybe body type or something like that. I remember my doctor, she's like, you should lose some weight, and I go, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I know that. I go, can you just give me a pill or something? Like, is it? She's like, you don't want that. It's going to ruin your heart. And I said, who cares? Who needs the heart? But then I had a heart scare, and then I realized I need my heart.
Yeah.
So there goes that idea. But she's like, just told me what to eat and also portion, and she like drew it on a plate and like and how no bigger than your fist, and I'm like, this is not a meal to me.
No.
This is a snack, And
Right,
she goes, right, because you overeat. So stop, you fat pig. And but she said no one ever got fat by eating fruits and vegetables. And then I hear a nutritionist say, or someone who's obsessed with the keto diet, whatever it is, and they're like, "Oh no, you don't want to do that. Fruits and vegetables have sugar in them."
Right,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah, but it's sugar that's in nature. It's not refined sugar. And I thought that's better. Oh no, sugar. And I'm like, oh well, okay, what? So
yeah,
now all I want to eat is nothing. I don't. But
I
I
wish I
can't.
had that problem. I don't. I can't say no to anything.
No,
That's my
every
problem.
bite, no
So,
matter
yeah.
what I eat, even if it's something that's healthy,
Yeah.
every bite is with guilt because I feel like it's not good. And then I think, oh, then you have fruits and vegetables, pesticides, you got to wash them.
Yeah.
Well, you rinse them off. What, that's going to get rid of pesticides? It's not going to do anything.
Right.
So it's just, I just wish you could just eat air.
Well, I do.
I stopped caring.
Yeah. I only
I
started
eat whatever
caring.
the fuck I want to with impunity in my own mind, anyways.
That's the problem is I'm new to this whole caring about myself thing. I'm only 4 years into it. So I'm like, now I'm, I don't know which way to go because I spent, 40 years not caring. And then all of a sudden I realized that's probably why I was at the bottom of the barrel and I probably should start caring about myself. And so it's all new to me. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to trust. I like my doctor. I trust her. But, there's a nutritionist I once talked to who I seem to like, and asked them and they gave me different answers too. And it's just like, I think you got to find what works for you.
Right. I agree. Well, I know, like, if we're getting really deep here, you know, I have this, I guess, skewed self-image, right? Like when I
we
grew
all
up,
do.
I was a beanpole.
Bitches up for food.
I mean, I actually was made fun of for looking like a boy. Like I was flat-chested. I was straight up and down. I graduated high school like 115 pounds. I mean, I was like a railing. Then I went to college and, you know, put on the college weight, turned 21, start drinking. You do like whatever. Then like as you get older, it just obviously adds on and everything like that. But I still, if I really take a step back, I still feel like sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, but I'm not like, ooh, like I'm kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Like I have this really skewed image.
Because you're 40 now, and also you stopped caring at 40. Like,
well, I stopped caring, I think, in a weird way, like in the late 20s, early 30s, whatever it would have been. I look back at some
like
of these
35,
pictures after law school, and I'm like, holy shit, like I'm two of what I was at the law school, you know, welcoming banquet when I had this like, you know, sleeveless black dress on. I'm like, I don't even know who that is. Like that's not me. That's 100 pounds
Did you
ago.
think you were a lard ass back then, though?
No, back then, no, because I wasn't.
Oh, see,
I wasn't.
but so I look at old pictures of me, and
Yeah.
I remember thinking I was just like a big fat guy, like Peter Griffin type, you know. And I look at me and I go, man, I wouldn't mind being that size again.
Right, yeah. No,
See, I look at old pictures of me and I think, God damn it, I'm a pretty man.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's, you are. Eric.
Yeah.
Very pretty, man.
The picture from Monday.
I am a very pretty man.
But yeah, so no, you got to. I don't know. You got to do something, but I think you got to do the diet and the exercise
for
together.
sure.
And you gotta not eat. You know, this is the problem for us, especially being big celebrities. We're taken out to dinner often. We go out to dinner often. You know, we get the best tables in the town. We
Right by the
we go yes, right by the bathrooms. They take us right to our table. We don't have to wait in line with the tourists
When
and
is
everything.
this happening?
Never.
And why
but
am I not there for it?
It never happens. Don't worry. But I'm putting it out there so that restaurant owners realize who they're dealing with.
Yeah.
So, you know, we and we eat restaurant food way more than we should in a week. And I mean, I try to order salads often, but sometimes I'm in the mood for something hearty or just something with, you know, like something to it, you know. And here's the problem, though: restaurant portions are enormous. That's more than anything, you know, like, and there's some people that like immediately ask for a box and they put half the plate in the box. And I'm like, man, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, I can't.
I can't do it.
But I also can't. I've gotten into this catch-22 where, you know, I come home from work and I'm a little bit like tired.
Yeah.
I mean, just on. I mean, and
you
I
don't
understand I'm tired because I'm probably out of shape, and and then so I take like a little nap, and that just compounds things because I could be out like taking a walk or doing something active, but I don't have the energy to do that. I don't have the willpower or desire to do that, and that keeps compounding. And then like, you know, then I take the nap. So then I'm at 11 o'clock at night after dinner has been 5 hours ago or whatever, 4 hours ago, sit in front of the TV munching on something. That's my big thing, is snacking at the house.
See, I'm not a snacker.
Like even if it's pretzels and stuff like that, that adds up. I am.
I snack on food. I ate like a half a bag of cherries today, and things moved along
I'll
quickly
do
on
that.
my lunch break.
Typically, like I don't do snack foods very much.
No, me neither.
Like if I'm out and around and like I got a rumbly in my tumbly,
Yeah.
I might grab a bag of fucking Lay's
Okay.
at the gas station.
See, I'll get beef
fine,
jerky
but
or something like that, or a power bar or
I
something.
can't do beef jerky.
You don't like beef jerky?
No, the army ruined that.
Do you
But,
like beef jerky?
At home,
How about chicken, stupid?
Where's that from? What is that from?
I don't know. It's something somebody said to me once, and no,
that is from something. I don't remember.
yeah,
what,
it's
though. It is
gotta
a
be.
movie.
I don't know.
It's stupid enough to be from something. It doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
absolutely.
Like my mind. No, but go ahead, Eric.
Like
You were saying,
I'll eat fruit at home. Like if we have
Yeah.
it, I will eat fruit.
right?
Like a lot of fruit,
Right.
but not a ton of snack foods.
No, I'm not. Like those bags of potato chips there, I bought for Tammy's New Year's Eve party, remember?
yeah.
And nobody opened them. And I had them in my house, and I don't eat chips. I don't snack on chips. I'll have them with a sandwich or something,
Yeah.
but I don't snack on chips alone. So I put them there because I know you do, right? But I've
opened
never
them.
seen you open them. No,
no.
But I opened them because I would get a sandwich, and I'm like, oh well, why am I going to get a bag of chips? I got them there. So that, you know, so now I've been eating them when I eat at lunch or
Christ.
something.
Here, have some chips, fatty.
But he never said, "Hey, help yourself."
right?
Wow. I
Apparently he
never
was
said
just, like,
help yourself to the peanuts, but you
trying
opened
to
them
see-
up.
Well, but they were right in front of me. I mean, they were right here that one day. I thought they were for me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're for everybody.
Moi? I was so excited. Like, no. I was like, well, I'm going to try them anyway. That was
Go
just
ahead.
Quality control.
No, they're for everyone. Because I would eat them all in one sitting if I took them home.
Oh, they're good.
You know,
The sea salt and cracked pepper are my bim.
Yeah.
The buttermilk jalapeno. Jalapeno is not my thing. I'm not a spicy
those
person.
are good though. Have you tried them?
I didn't even because I don't like
It's
spicy.
not that spicy. It's really
Yeah, I
not.
don't
Just
know.
try like 2 and you'll
Did
see.
you miss the first part of this where I had a GI?
Oh yeah.
Like my
Stay
belly's
away.
like, yeah, let's just stay status
So what are we
quo.
gonna do? Go to dinner and get bread?
Yeah.
Just gonna go to a bread
No, but
place?
carbs and bread, right? Like everything like that. Yeah. I know.
Can't have bread. Yeah. See, I don't have any bread at home.
Yeah.
I don't bring.
Oh,
I don't buy bread.
Oh, I've been on like a peanut butter sandwich kick recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like jelly.
See,
so
I just-
literally just white bread and peanut butter, and that'll be like lunch sometimes. Like bagels. Oh, so when I'm not much of a breakfast person, right? But like if I'm heading over to Chambersburg to the courthouse, there's a Dunkin' Donut. Not quite halfway, but like once you get on Route 30 over by Chambersburg, so it's easy just to pull off, get a little like strawberry cream cheese bagel.
They toast them really nice there too.
Toasted, yeah, and head
You
on
know-
over, and I can eat it by the time I get to the courthouse, and it's perfect. But that's a lot of empty like carbohydrates and stuff, and I'm not the part of where I go home and I sleep is the total antithesis of going home and like trying to burn off calories or
Yeah.
burning off the carbohydrates.
See,
So
I'll
they're just like-
I'll do a bagel one of 2 ways. It's either an everything bagel with just butter on it, toasted, and then
Melted butter,
nice and
yeah.
melty.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh, I
beautiful.
know.
Or like a plain bagel. Look at this. This is why we can't have nice things.
Sorry.
Or
Sorry.
Or a plain
or
bagel.
I'll,
Yeah.
or I'll like a plain bagel, but I'll do PB&J on it.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
And the peanut butter kind of gets a little soft and melty.
Yeah.
How about this? Is now you're probably.
Or grilled PB&J.
Oh, I've never had that.
Oh my God!
Like on a grill or on the like
no,
fried.
like in a pan.
Yeah.
Dude,
right.
like sourdough bread, butter the bread,
Yeah.
PB&J,
Yep.
grill it like a grilled cheese. Beautiful stuff.
That
Beautiful.
sounds really good.
You have to wait a couple of minutes, like after you pull it off,
Okay.
because the peanut butter becomes essentially lava, and that's not
Right.
good.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like napalm. It just gets stuck everywhere and burns you. The best thing to try on a bagel of your choice, whatever bagel you want, plain, onion. It's very good on onion. Is cream cheese with bacon. Have you ever heard of this?
Interesting.
Have you had
The
that?
bacon in
I've
the cream
not.
cheese?
I think I've heard of that.
Go to Sheetz next time and get one, and it's not as good as like going to like a Jersey bagel store and getting it that way, but like it's good enough where you'll get the idea. And
Wait,
it
is the bacon is in the cream cheese?
you put cream cheese on, you put bacon on top of it, you close up the
okay.
bagel. Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're
It's
saying.
so good.
Apparently, I have, according to Pete, I have a seductive bagel voice.
I like my bagel with cream cheese and bacon.
Brian Helton called it my food porn voice. That's true.
Eric's a very seductive man,
Well, yeah,
and a pretty one, as he reminds us.
it's very true.
I am a very pretty man.
So we had our August 20th live show at the Farnsworth House. 92 people,
Nice. That's fun.
and that was with people not showing up, too. There were some people that like bought tickets and didn't show up. There were some people that were comped and didn't show up. And it was a lot of fun. I think it was a lot of fun. I don't have fun at these things because I'm worried about everything working and all that stuff. So I'm not focused on the moment, but everyone else seems to have had fun.
Yeah.
And that's really why you do these things. It's not for your own fun. It's for everybody else's fun. And then you get all the credit. And so we had a good time. It was nice. I tried to mingle as best I could, as much as when people were standing in line for food, I walked down the line and pretended it was a receiving line and I was like the king. But
I noticed that. No, stay seated. No, it's fine.
no, please don't bow. Don't bow. Just enjoy your food. And yeah, we so it was nice to see everybody. There were some faces there that a few faces I didn't recognize, which is nice. And then there were some faces I did recognize who are new to our events this year. Like they started coming this year, and they've been coming ever since. So that's always nice to see. You love seeing the repeat people, even Cam.
The repeat offenders.
The repeat offenders. And that so speaking of Cam, I wonder if I should...
Who?
Cam Mallow.
Oh yeah, I remember. Hey! It's like Beetlejuice. You say it 3 times, he's gonna walk right through that door.
If he walks through that door, I'm gonna shit my pants. Hey! It's like the mating call. He just like perks up because he hears in the distance people going, "Hey, hey!"
Like some bat signal.
Yeah, the cam signal.
I'm telling you, we need to get like 5 or 6 people positioned all around this parking lot and just yelling at random, like intermittently, and record it.
That's a good idea. It's like gorillas in the mist, cams in the mist.
It's like,
It's just,
oh man,
Cam!
it's like a murder of cams.
a murder of cams. Hey, hey. Yeah, he's funny. Anyway, so I'll see if he calls in later, and then we'll talk about what we did with him. But yeah, no, it was really nice. Did you were actually in the audience, so you got to mingle with the people.
I did.
What did you the Volk, if you will, and what did you learn? Anything?
So this is an obvious, just general observation of the crew that you've established. What an awesome group of people.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, just generically speaking, everybody is so friendly and nice and thoughtful. Just a real quick shout out to some folks that, when we got our friend Steve Byers was actually who runs the book club.
Yep.
He crashed at our house for the weekend, so the three of us carpooled. Mom, Steve, and I carpooled. And when we got there, I dropped Steve and Mom off, and they were standing in line. And they brought the chairs, and I walked up from where I parked. By the time I got into the line, Bill and Cindy had given Mom some flowers from the farmer's market for her birthday. Yep. Tim Matthews, such a sweet dude. What a thoughtful, meaningful gift that he got for my mom. There's a story behind it, but thank you, Tim. It made her day. People hugging and kissing her and making her. I mean, like I could just.
I saw one person making out with her. That was interesting.
That was Mark.
Mark Flancer.
Yeah, and he went home and told his wife. He told me. So. No, but he said, just everybody makes that. As an aside, outside of the Addressing Gettysburg group, I like to joke with my mom that she's kind of like the den mother of my friends and everything. But the fact that people have just welcomed her and me and everybody into this community, thank you. And then just for people to come up, for example, Rob from Detroit, Michigan, right? He thinks ahead to coming into town for this awesome event, like whatever. And he doesn't just come to be part of it.
He brings pesto.
He brings homemade pesto, and refrigerated and packaged. And he has a refrigerated book bag that he's carrying around just so he can give us something. And it was so heartfelt because it's something I didn't actually know this, but he's a professional cook, is what Eric said. Yeah. And just those kinds of things. I mean, just amazingly thoughtful group of people. Oh my gosh! If I tried to list off everybody, I would obviously forget a lot of.
And
folks,
you get in danger when you try to do that because then you forget somebody and they get mad at you.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot to mention Joe, for Joe from P. Georgia Publishing. When I was thanking everybody at the end of the show, and I saw him yesterday, and he goes, "I was peeved."
I thought you acknowledged him.
After I said goodbye, and I said, "Oh, don't forget Joe, don't forget Joe," and he comes walking over. He's like, "You son of a bitch!"
I believe me, Joe. I would have done the same exact thing.
But I left it in. Yeah,
but,
you would have yelled at me or forgot. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
I didn't. I just buried it deep down inside.
I had to pull it out of him 3 months later. I was like, "Did I do something wrong?" He's like, "Yeah, you didn't thank me, F-head."
Son of a bitch. But I'm going to take umbrage. All right.
Uh-oh.
Stephen Byers got to spend the weekend at your house.
Yes. We've never been in there.
That's not true.
We've been friends for years. I don't even know where you live specifically. I know what street, and I know approximately what direction from that giant stone church because you posted a photo of your driveway from there, and you could see the church. Yeah, I'm a stalker like that.
Yeah, you could triangulating her.
If you don't want me to know where you live,
don't post photos.
That's so funny. No, we should.
I have fed you.
You have. But
my
see,
wife
that's not
has
something
provided
we do.
you with flowers.
Yeah, but see,
and baked
fresh
goods.
flowers.
I can. If you ever need a place to sleep, come on over. There's an
Fair
extra
enough.
bedroom.
If you ever have a flood in your house.
You can ask Steve. He doesn't get breakfast. He gets cold water if it's in the fridge. That's like there's not too much. Like we're not exactly
because the
like,
hired help was off, right? Is that what it is?
right. They were celebrating Kathy's birthday week too. They were the hell out around. No, seriously, we don't cook. We don't have a grill. Like we don't. I mean,
Yeah.
we have a couple deck chairs, and that's. I mean, there's not even really any.
No,
place
but
to entertain
there's a nice
people.
backyard. They got a deck. What do you mean? There's
have-
for a little
there's two
like
chairs.
a
Did
little
you see?
get together. Well, we could bring chairs,
Okay.
Ronnie.
All right. all
Maybe
right.
we'll buy you some patio furniture so you could have us over. Is that why? Is that why nobody's been over? I was there. I finally went into the house. What was it? A couple weeks ago, right? We were on our way
Yeah.
somewhere, and we had to stop there to get something, didn't we?
Yeah. Mom was. We were picking up Mom for.
Oh, that's
something or
right. Yeah, you
something,
picked
and
me up, and then we went
went to let the
and
dogs
got
out.
her. And,
No,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's right. She was, and that was the first time I had ever been in there, and it's nice.
Oh.
It's a nice mansion on
Oh,
top of
I
the
would
hill.
imagine it
it's
is.
Yeah,
not.
it is befitting of any attorney that you've ever known or imagined.
Oh, funny.
And then there's a thing that when Veronica like walks out of her room, she has this like motion sensor thing, and it does this. Good morning, everyone. I am awake. Where is my OJ and piece of toast?
I would have thought it'd been more like the Imperial March.
It's more like
That's actually what it's really like in the mornings because both dogs jump off the bed and they like wake me up and I'm like following them out to the
good
deck.
morning, everyone. Where is my OJ and toast?
Are you playing Chopin?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The funeral dirge. Yeah.
I'm not a morning person. I guess that's what he's getting at.
Not at all.
No, it's tough. I get up early, but I can't get out of bed for 2 hours after my alarm wakes me up. Like I just am not
Yeah.
I'm not a get up and go kind of guy.
I never used to be, although Sally, just 6 o'clock comes around every morning. It doesn't matter whether we go to bed at 10 p.m., if we go to bed at 1 a.m., 6 o'clock rolls around, the light just starts to kind of come in. She gets up and she jumps off that bed and they're still only like 3 months with us, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want her to like have an accident or do something.
Right.
So like that's my incentive to jump up and let her out. And then Mead was like kind of looking around. He does his like real slow stretch and he finally gets off the bed. But then he's ready to go. Once he's off the
Yeah.
bed, look out.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but I never was like, I couldn't wake up and just get up. Now I almost like have to because I don't want them to, like I have to take them outside immediately. But I'm not a morning person.
Baker usually lets us sleep until like 10 o'clock on the weekends. It's phenomenal.
Lucky.
And then she's like, all right, we're not waiting anymore. And she'll go lick Katie's face because Katie's the one that takes her out in the morning.
I need to have Baker have a conversation with my kids about sleeping in and what that means.
Yeah, Baker's got to talk to
Sally,
your
come
dog.
here, Sally.
So what other shout outs do you have? Do you, other ones?
Oh gosh. I mean, there's, WV Unionist on Instagram, Caleb and his lovely wife. That was very nice of them to say hello because I was actually sitting in front of them and I didn't even realize they were right behind us. And I'm glad when we were packing up the chairs that evening, when it was starting to get dark, he came over and said, "Hey, don't you remember me from the first show we did at the Farnsworth? We
yes.
actually sat across the table from each other." And I'm glad he said something because I wouldn't have recognized him,
No.
especially not in the dark.
And in Ronnie's defense, and all of our defense, we meet millions of people a year, and faces we might recognize, but we can't place where we've met them, and names. I mean, names are tough.
Oh.
I gotta meet you at least 10 times before I can remember your name, and it's nothing against you. It's my own Swiss cheese brain. Like it's just and it's gone. So.
As a total aside, very quickly, when I got out of law school and I first started practicing for the county over in Allegheny County, I mean, I had a full docket, but I used to pride myself on, I could tell you, if you said my client's name, I could say what courtroom it was in, what kind of charges they were, like what was going on. And there were like 16 judges back in Allegheny County.
Mm-hmm.
You talking to me about my kids today, if it's not on today's docket, I'm like, wait, who was that? Like, what judge are we in front of? What was his mom's name? Like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like, kind of bit.
Welcome to your 40s.
It's bad. It's real bad.
Veronica is turning elderly
I am.
as we sit here at this table.
Well,
But yeah,
that's my
names,
worry
oh,
is that if my memory is the way it is now. I mean, by the time I'm 80, like I'm not going to remember my own name.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it getting any better or maintaining where it is. Like it's going to get worse. It gets worse every year.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something wrong. Maybe I got like early onset dementia or something.
They
I feel like
said
I just
actually
hit the cap for the amount of information I can retain.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it
Like,
feels. Yeah.
I have to dump other things to remember
Yep.
something else.
Exactly.
They were, and I know you've been pretty open about like struggles with depression and
Yeah.
things like that, but they actually said, like, I know in retrospect after my husband passed, I thought I was, real stoic in getting through things. And for years, like, I wasn't in retrospect. Like, I was a mess, right? But I've done some research and read some articles and stuff, and they say that like depression is like hand in hand with memory loss and things like that, which to me is just so bizarre. Like, why?
Well, because the best. I don't know what their answer to that would be, but from my experience, it's a trauma to your brain that isn't. It's not a physical trauma like getting whacked in the head,
right?
But it's a trauma more to your psyche, I guess, than anything else. And it's so hard to explain to someone who doesn't go through it. Like, it's your brain is it turns into your enemy. Like, it defeats you. It tries to ruin you and destroy you. And every decision you make. I mean, like the other night, not to go into a lot of details, but the other night we were talking at Maze, and I was expressing how there's a female, and I'm like, it dawned on me that there's no way she would ever be interested in me, because the ugliest woman in the world, I don't believe, would have an interest in me. So why would this one, right? And you rolled your eyes like you just did here. But that's what it does to you. Like, it's so hard to explain. And people go, "Oh, you shouldn't think that." And it's like, no, fuck, I shouldn't think that, but I do.
No shit, Sherlock. If I could, I wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. I'm complaining about my brain. I'm like saying, "Help me, please, someone."
But that part, I think, is an explainable defense mechanism, right? Like, if you've gone through a traumatic issue or you're fighting depression or whatever, it's easier at that moment in time for your brain just to kind of like shut down a little bit and come up with excuses.
That's a good point.
When you come out of that, that's where I'm baffled as to like, what's the long term? And there are long term effects about if you've had depression and suffered from it, your memory is affected, like long term. And
I'll tell you this.
I'm saying, like, why? I wonder how that works.
From age 32 to 40, I have very few memories. I couldn't tell you what I did in that time. And when I find records of what I did, whether it's, some, I don't know, like receipt that I found in some box somewhere or a journal entry, I was reading through my journal that I started in 15 or 16. And I'm like, who lived this? I don't remember any of this stuff.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. And so my 30s, I think part of the reason why I act like an immature idiot is because I'm only mentally 34 years old. Like, I'm 10 years behind. Yeah, because I lost that time. Yeah. And this is, I've talked to other people who've gone through it. This is not just me. Like, this is something, you're right. Like, memory loss is I guess if you have long-term depression or maybe short-term too, I don't know. But like, you don't remember anything because your brain isn't working the way it's supposed to. It's not working optimally. So you're not going to remember things, because if someone knocks you out of your depression for a minute to say, "Hey, Matt, pick up cheese at the grocery store." Okay. But you're not really paying attention to that, and you walk out and you get to the grocery store and you go, "What did she say to get?" And you got to call her, and she gets mad at you, which then pushes you further down into depression because, you're being treated like you're some kind of idiot monkey or something like that. So yeah, you do lose a lot of memory from that stuff, and that's part of the other reason why I'm not going to take the God exam, because I can't remember things. It's true. I can't.
They're never going to offer it again.
That's
anyway,
true.
So it doesn't really matter. This is a
Silver
moot
lining,
point.
yeah. Licensed battlefield guide. What is that?
Oh, it's a vestige of the
don't remember
past. It's
remember
something
what
they
name
used
it
to have
has.
at Gettysburg. They don't anymore, though. All right, let's take a break. We got some a little bit of audio from the show on Saturday to play of Cam acting like he's 5 years old. And what else? Who knows? Take your calls. If you were there, call us. Let us know what you thought about it. We'd like to hear your feedback. And we will be right back in a moment.
Have something to add to the conversation? Give us a call at 717-420-1978 and get in the queue.
Very family friendly. We had a wonderful time with our son.
Me and my friends were able to rent these bikes and go at our own pace, so we were able to just do what we wanted to do when we wanted to do it, and I highly recommend it to anybody else.
Seemed like the right way to go to view the wonderful sights and also get an incredible amount of history from Bob.
Our tour guide Bruce was so knowledgeable about the facts and the history of these battlefields that I came away with an understanding that was unmatched by any other means.
The breeze on the battlefield made up for the hot day.
I had a wonderful time, great trip, lots of history, wonderful bike ride, perfect weather. Could have asked for a nicer day. Highly recommend it.
If you're going to tour Gettysburg, I would recommend doing it on the bike. It's a lot of fun.
I loved it. It was awesome.
We really couldn't stump the professor with any of our questions, so we thought it was really well worth it.
It was an excellent day out and got you outside and experienced the weather. Beautiful weather out here today.
We had a lot of fun. If you're thinking about it, I'd just say give it a shot. It was awesome for us. I hope it's awesome for you guys too.
Go to gettysbike.com or call 717-752-7752 to book a battlefield experience you will never forget.
You've heard us promote various ways that you can help us keep the show going, but one way we haven't pushed too much is our sutlery at addressinggettysburg.com/shop. That's a shame because we have designs over there by talented artists like Ty DeWitt of 1863 Designs and Mike Stretch of the Heritage Depot. So now we're promoting it. Buying shirts, hoodies, mugs, and other items from our sutlery not only helps us keep the lights on, but it also helps guys like Ty and Mike, and it helps spread the word about the show every time you wear an item or you sip from your mug. So head over to addressinggettysburg.com/shop and grab some merch. It's the perfect Christmas gift for the Gettys nerd in your family. That's addressinggettysburg.com/shop.
Have you noticed our revamped website at addressinggettysburg.com? Well, that's the fine work of a man named Mike Stretch, and he also redid our logo for us. Both of them I originally designed, and both of them were originally horrible, but now they're nice, and that's all thanks to Mike. Mike has an awesome t-shirt company called Heritage Depot. There you'll find great designs based on Gettysburg and the Civil War with t-shirts and other types of merchandise. So go to heritage-depot.com and spruce up your Gettys nerd wardrobe. That's heritage-depot.com. Our favorite bookstore in Gettysburg is For the Historian, located at 42 York Street. It's because they have the best selection of Civil War books in Gettysburg, both new and used. And online, they have even more to choose from. And if the Civil War isn't your thing, that's not a problem. This is For the Historian, after all. They cover history from the ancient world to the 21st century with a strong selection of World War II and American Revolution books. It's astounding how many thousands of titles from Osprey, Savas Beatty, UNC Press, and more they have in their store. And that's because, well, they have a warehouse too. And that's where they keep all the books that are available online at forthehistorian.com. And folks, if you go to forthehistorian.com now and order books until you're blue in the face, be sure you mention that you heard about them on Addressing Gettysburg in the Note to Seller box, and they will refund your shipping costs. And if you prefer to stop by when you're in town, well, you could do that too. Just mention Addressing Gettysburg at checkout, and they'll take 20% off the retail price of your item. So go to forthehistorian.com or stop by 42 York Street, or you can call them at 717-685-5207. That's forthehistorian.com or 717-685-5207.
From the patriots of Bunker Hill to those who embarked upon the Great Crusade at Normandy. From the blue-clad Federals at Gettysburg who gave the last full measure of devotion, to the many thousands who did the same at places like Belleau Wood, Chosin, Ia Drang, and Fallujah. The American warrior is the greatest warrior the world has ever known, who, through sacrifice and dedication to the nation they served, have composed a history worthy of being remembered. Join me, Colby Sumner, to hear their story and to connect our current and future American warriors to those of our past on America, Fog of War.
You're listening to Addressing Gettysburg.
Glad you stuck around. We're back. Here's Matt.
All right, we are back. You know, that one thing about Huevos Grande is he doesn't lie. He doesn't lie. We are back. So let's do something nice for someone first, and then we're going to make fun of Cam for a while, okay? No, we're not going to make fun of Cam. We're just going to talk about Cam's appearance on the show. First of all, let me do the nice thing. I got an email from someone the other day, and it goes a little something like this. Matt and crew, on August 5th, my home was destroyed by a flood. Myself, my wife, our 4 children, and our pets had to be evacuated by boat. Because we don't have flood insurance, we are in an awful position and life has been hard. The show, however, keeps me sane. I hope you never have the experience of shoveling your children's keepsakes and art projects into the trash, but if you do, I hope you have something as good as the Addressing Gettysburg podcast in your headphones to keep you company. Thank you very much for the show. I look forward to the time when we're back on our feet and I can contribute to the Patreon. Sincerely, Ben. Well, Ben, that choked me up when I read it. Thank you very much for contacting me and letting us know that. It's very nice of you to say. I always get a little uncomfortable when people put something big on us like that, where they say, like, you guys got me through it, or some people after the pandemic were like, oh, Pete, you really meant the world to me because I had nothing to do and I listened to you guys and everything, and it's nice. I'm not throwing it back in their face, but I'm not used to that type of really any kind of adulation. So it's nice to get that, and I'm much better at taking it now. But anyway, he has I wrote him back, and I condolences and all that stuff, and I said, do you have a GoFundMe that I can share or something? Or if you don't, if you're too modest to do that, I would be happy to open it for you and share it with the audience. And he goes, oh, no, my brother set one up for us, and here it is, and so here's a link. So, Eric, I think you're putting that in the comment section, right?
Comments.
He's putting it in the comments section. I'm going to put it in the description of the show after the show is over, and when I upload the audio on Patreon, I'll put it in there as well. If you got a couple of bucks, folks, and you can help these people out, I mean, just imagine everything you have is gone. Everything you've worked for is gone. Your children, all of their stuff is gone. How do you pick up the pieces? You have no insurance that'll cover that. So, I don't need to teach you people empathy, do I? No, you know how to do that. You're very good people. So let's all pitch in and help these people out. Ben and his family over there. The link again is in the description, or you can just wait until the show is over. I'll put it in the. The link is in the comments. I will put it in the description after the show is over. Okay, there. So that's what I wanted to share with you there. All right, now let's have a little laugh. Okay, I'll bring you down. Now I'm going to bring you up again.
Roller coaster.
All right, so our buddy Cam. So Veronica, you and I had been suspecting by the way he was on the phone. Right, Cam is not very good at playing coy, right? So when he would call,
like the fish,
no, he's not good at playing a fish. Although he did play one in his 5th grade play. And it was a Finding Nemo adaptation when he was in 5th grade, and he was Dory.
I never saw that movie.
Okay, of course you didn't. I forgot it's a movie reference. Forgive me. So, all right. So every time Cam would call in, we're like, well, are you going to come out for the 20th? And he'd be like, no, I'm stuck out here. I probably won't be back till September. Oh, that's too bad, Cam, Yeah, what can you do?
You kind of sound like Chucky Bush with the laugh.
George Bush.
You sound like George Bush.
Yeah. Hey, so what can you do? No, so, yeah, I'm not going to be there. So then I was like, oh, okay, Cam. And then when we would get off the air, Ronnie would go, Cam's up to something.
He's going to be here.
You're going to be here. And this is why maybe you think maybe a second career for you would be a detective. Because once...
I play poker.
Ah, there you go.
I play poker.
Can't read my, no, you can't read my poker face.
I ain't coming up for the 20th. And then he comes up. So, all right.
Oh, my God.
So, what?
I'm sorry.
Is Cam getting a kiss?
We're looking for...
What is that?
That's from 2013.
Is Cam getting smooched?
He is.
Oh, but
See, that was a football player
He
with
looks
a cheerleader.
disgusted.
It's probably like...
Oh, that's his... Oh, that's Cam's brother. Jesus Christ, Cam's brother looks like Cam.
That's not his brother. That's
Says
Cam.
my brother. Oh, that's his sister. Oh, okay, yeah. No, that is Cam.
Wait, go back to the one where he's getting kissed.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh,
who is this person? Angela Robinette.
I don't know, but he looks like she has dog shit on her lips.
Wait, are we able to share that?
Yeah,
Download
download that and share that with the audience, please. They're dying to see it. Anyway, so Cam,
this is fuck.
Cam, every once in a while would send me a text and he'd be like, well, that looks like I ain't gonna be able to get up there and everything like that. But this is what he's not very good at covering his tracks. Oh. So Don McLean, the colonel, he works for the federal government and he's helping Cam with his resume, right? Federalizing
really
his
nice.
resume, which is a very nice thing for him to do. And he sent him an email that he CC'd me on because I put them in touch. And
Don sent Cam the
Don
email.
sent Cam the email. Sorry, yeah. And I don't remember what the question was. But Cam hit reply all. And he didn't say, no, I'm back in West Virginia, but he said, no, I'm teaching this season. Oh, he goes, my season is over. I'm teaching this fall. Well, I know enough. I don't have kids in school, but I know enough to know that it's back to school time in this region. And that means teachers got to be back before the kids do. Right?
Sure.
So I'm like, okay, you would think. Who knows how they do it in West Virginia? Yeah. But Cam, he was
student in service, and then the teachers roll in a week
It's
later.
like hide and seek. The teachers are just hiding in the woods behind the building, and the kids have to find them before school can start.
Go ahead, kids. If you find your teacher, you get to learn. So I'm like, okay. So Cam is back. And then the last Thursday, I think it was Thursday, because, Eric was working. I come in to Gettysburg, and Eric goes, have you heard from Cam lately? And I go, yeah, he sends me a text every once in a while, but it's really nothing of any value or anything like that. And he goes, well, he stopped in on Monday. And I go, really? He goes, yeah, and he thinks he's going to surprise you at the show. And I said, okay, well, we're going to tell the people working the door not to let him in because he's not on the list. See, I'm a stickler for the rules, ladies and gentlemen, when they're my rules. And so you're not on the list, you don't come in, right? So Saturday comes, and I'm like setting stuff up over, in our little station there, and Eric comes over to me and he goes, what did you say? Your nemesis is here? Or your best friend is here or something like that?
Best friend, I think.
You said your best friend is, but he said it in a way where it gave me an instant feeling in the pit of my stomach that it was somebody that was trouble. It felt like trouble was coming.
That's what Daddy was looking for.
Yeah, there you go. Show the audience that one. So he that means Cam is here. So Cam's at the gate. Now, from what I'm told,
I was
Oh, you were there
when he walked up. Yeah.
Tell me what you witnessed then, because this is better than.
Just a giddy Cam,
Yeah.
right? Like, pretty.
Look, everybody, it's me.
And a huggy Cam.
Oh.
I got a hug. Mom got a hug. Yeah, he was like
A
thrilled
lot
to
of
be
cold, lonely
surprising
nights
people.
out there on the prairie.
I know.
I know I don't normally hug you, but God, I just miss human contact.
Yeah, that's what we both commented on at first. Mom and I kind of looked at each other like, wow, who is this kid?
It was just me and my horse Cisco and a wolf named Two Socks.
He was so proud of himself because you could see on his face, he just had this look like he was going to, he's there to surprise, right. I am here, and nobody expected me to be here.
The party can start.
He walked up and, I'm trying to think who was it. Oh, at the table,
Maria
Beth and Maria.
Yeah.
And they were kind of like, oh, do you have a ticket? And Bill Etzkorn was standing like to the end of the table, and he was like, "Oh, if you don't have a ticket, we can't let you in." And then Eric walks up and says, "Yeah, that's a true story, man." Like, and I forget who said what, but somebody said, "Oh yeah, no, there's a fire."
Well, what's Cam
marshal
saying?
He was just like, "Well, no, I didn't buy one because I didn't want my name to be on the list. This is a surprise that I'm here."
Surprise.
So somebody, I forget if it was you, Eric, or if it was Bill, they were like, no, the fire marshal, there's a limit. Like, you can't just, you just can't come in here.
You can't just have the whole town come in, Cameron.
And his face just, like, kind of went flat for a second or two. And he goes, "Well, is Matt in there?" I'm gonna want to talk to the manager.
Yeah.
It was a very Karen statement for him to make.
Call Christian Slater. He'll help us.
No, we can't.
He'll know what to
if
do.
you don't have a ticket, like it's sold, like you had to have a ticket. And he was like, "But I didn't want to use my name."
I told him he should have put one under a fake name.
Yeah. Oh, well, I didn't think about that.
But he's like, "No, but you don't understand how my trick works. I couldn't put my name on there because I'm trying to trick y'all."
I'm surprising you guys. I'm supposed to be out west still.
Yeah.
But I'm here. It's me.
They fired me. I'm back. No, they didn't fire him. No.
As a matter of fact, later
They
on,
they didn't argue with him to stay, but they didn't fire him either.
No. He had a real quick turnover, though. Apparently, he was telling us when we were leaving out in the alley there that, if I understood correctly, he found out about this job, or someone put in a good reference form or something, and then somebody basically said, "Oh, you should come on back because the school board needs to vote on it, but we don't even really need there's no interview. Just send your resume or whatever. There's no interview. We need you. We're going to offer you this job. It's just the technicality of the school board, approving you."
Mm-hmm.
So he said within I think a full 2 weeks, it was from application to giving his notice to driving back home. Like, it was very quick. But he didn't even have an interview with the school district. They just
his reputation precedes him.
It's Cam.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. I hear you written a book.
They'll be slowed by
that's not it. Never mind. I thought I had it. Never mind. Go ahead. So, all right. So Cam.
Poor Cam.
I know.
He was just deflated for a split second.
Yeah, so that's what Eric said.
No, you all aren't getting it. Where's Matt? He'll get it.
Right.
He'll get it.
Call Christian Slater. He'll know what to do.
He knows who I am. You all might not know who I am. He knows who I am.
Yeah. Eric, you might not remember me. It's been 4 months, but Matt'll know. So, Eric, so you go out there. Now, Eric's job in the whole plan was to play the heavy, right? And I think Cam's kind of afraid of Eric, so that was why Eric's got to go in last, just to bring the terror. And so, Eric, you told me though that he actually looked like he was on the verge of crying, and then you had mercy.
So. I legitimately thought he was going to go back to West Virginia in tears. And that's what I had to call it on account of potential rain.
Can you imagine him driving down the highway with country roads on? He's crying, singing along to country roads, take me home.
I mean, that is
to the place.
That would be the most West Virginia thing to do.
Yeah. I can't believe the phone's not blowing up. I gotta be honest.
I know.
No, didn't happen that way.
No. Hey, that's not the way.
I knew you all were razzing me.
I think, I was just going to go to Mike Lentz because he called about the live show, and he just hung up. So now I don't have him there. But Mike, call back if you're listening still. I want to hear your take on the live show. So then we let Cam in eventually, and he comes walking over to me. Now, okay, an hour leading into the show, and I was talking about this with the committee, and it just kind of sounds douchey, but it's just the way it is. Hour leading into the show, I got to be in a different room. I got to be somewhere else. I can't talk to people. I have to get ready. I've got all this nervous energy.
He has to have all the green M&Ms taken out of his bowl.
I do. I was in a bouquet of roses.
It gives me chills every time he says this.
But it's true though. It's not. There's a reason people do that. You have to get into a mindset. And I got to tell you, and I think, ladies and gentlemen who weren't there, the proof will be in the pudding. When you hear the show, you will hear that I am not on. I'm not on because I spent the whole month leading into this worrying more about the logistics of the event than the content of the show. And I literally...
That's on you, though. You had
it is on me.
Super competent committee that could have done all that.
Well, I don't know. I didn't know that because this was our first time together. And I explained this to them the other night. I said, listen, from the now on, you guys are on your own. I had to do this the first time because you never did this with me. And I've never done this with you, and there's a lot of moving parts, and I just wanted to make sure that everything. But now you got it, and so let me know when it is and what we're doing, and I'll work on the show. So yeah, no, it is on me. It's always on me. But like,
you're welcome, guys.
But part of it is because I don't say no. Leave me alone for an hour. Like, just give me an hour. Yeah. Right? I'll give you every other minute I have, but not this hour. I need this hour. So he comes over while I'm there, and I've got this like bundle of nerves type of energy and everything like that. And he just stands in front of me. He's like, "Hi!" And I just go, "I knew you were here. Eric told me you stopped in on Monday." I didn't want to give him the satisfaction. I was just like, I'm not in the mood for your little games, you know, and that's why I fucked with you. And I told them to tell you that you can't come in. Now you learned the lesson. So yeah, so that was that. Yeah. Now, so then we played a game. Now, if you listen to the February show,
different Cam.
Totally different Cam, right?
Different Cam.
February Cam chokes. He says, you know, I know this movie like the back of my hand. You know, you wake me up at 3 in the morning, I'll give you a quote from the movie. You just say Longstreet, and I'll tell you a quote from Longstreet, just like that. And then he choked. He did get 1 or 2 right, but he choked, right?
Yeah.
In big ways.
1.
Like my favorite was that he kept referring to Fremantle as the British Observer. Like how are you a student of the battle and you don't know his name? Well, technically he is. Okay, fair enough. But he
God, you're always a lawyer, aren't you?
I know, really. There's no unlawyering her. No, so he you know, so he gets, I give him another chance. Okay, I say Eric's the only one who can play again. I had to tell Beth, she volunteered, and I said, no, Beth, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. You already did. I got to give somebody else a chance. Cam's I'm trying to let him redeem himself. And frankly, he's comedy gold, so why would I?
Yeah, we were pretty relentless too for the initial material.
So you know, I don't want to give it away, but he wins.
Redemption.
So he does redeem himself, but here's the thing. I'm going to play a little clip of it. I took the music out, but you can hear the bleed from the speakers. But I'm ending the segment, right? And I'm saying, all right, that was good. You know, round of applause, all that stuff. You know, we'll be right back. And he can't even wait until we're done. And he's like, hey, is this my prize? Is this my prize? Listen, here, give it a listen. It's like,
Cam is the winner. All right, Cam's the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Cam. Yeah. Oh, we're going to take a break. What?
I said I was going to take it when I got
What are you doing? You get stupid thing. I can't even hear you. I have headphones on. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Gary and Tim in Devil's Den. Woo!
Did you hear him?
I did, but at the event you couldn't. Like when we were in the audience, the music was playing. I saw him walking towards your setup, and trying to grab something, but I didn't hear him say what he was saying.
He just comes walking over and grabs the first thing that looks like a book, because that was the grand prize, and he grabs. And he's just like, is this mine? Like, it's like you're a kindergartner. You can't wait. Like, it's
that is awesome.
He's the winner. All right, Cam's the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Cam. Yeah. Oh, we're going to take a break. What?
I said I was going to take it when I got
What are you doing? You stupid thing. I can't even hear you. I have headphones on. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Gary and Tim.
Could you imagine him on The Price is Right or something? Like,
he kept snatching the microphone out of my hand.
That's the other thing. Yeah, it would be his turn, and you would go and you would put the mic in his face, and he'd be like, and then you're like, give me that microphone.
Like, no, this is mine.
There's a couple points where you guys are like fighting over the microphone. It's like, it's funny.
Why, I kept putting it to him, and he'd go to grab it, and I'd jerk it away real quick.
And meanwhile, when he's here with a microphone right in his face, it's like all the way over here.
Hey, you guys know what happened in North Dakota?
He's got it on his forehead.
I know.
No, I don't think that's the way it goes. You know, it's like, come on.
That clip with him saying, is this mine,
Yeah.
reminds me of the Christmas Story where the boys are like, is that, oh, that's mine too, right? He's like, that's mine too, that's mine too. They're like crawling around under the tree and then trying to figure out whose toy
Exactly.
is whose. That's
the winner. All right, Cam's the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Cam. Yeah. Oh, we're going to take a break. What?
I said I was going to take it when I got
What are you doing? You stupid thing. I can't even hear you. I have headphones on. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Gary and Tim in Devil's Den.
I meant... I wonder what Gary was thinking, because he's doing this right in front of Gary, and I don't know if Gary knows Cam or not, but well, you know, if this was his first experience, he got a trial by fire.
I think he knows now. I think he knew before.
Yeah. But no, Cam, you know, it was good to see Cam, though. I like to bust his hump there, but it was nice to see him, and I'm glad he's back. It's not the same without his childlike energy, you know?
No. And all joking aside, he seems thrilled, like genuinely thrilled to be back.
Oh,
and
yeah.
with teaching and everything. I think he said he has a freshman and a senior history class or something like that. I think that he's actually like, he is not just
those kids are gonna
he's teaching history this year. Like
he sent me a picture of him that the school took, I guess, on the first day or something, and he's got a tie and his shirt tucked in. He had toilet paper hanging out of the back of his pants, but he looked good in the picture there, and I'm like, so you know, it's all the kids in the classroom and him up front, and I go, so Cameron, so they're actually listening to you. He goes, yeah. And I go, and you're telling them information. I'm teaching them history.
All about the 7th West Virginia.
All about 7th, and it's a World War II class.
It's U.S. history, Reconstruction to present.
Yeah, exactly. Who's this?
Hey! Hey! Who do you think it is?
Otterson Broderson, Cameron.
That remind. I have a. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, no more lies about me until I get there. I'm 5 minutes out.
Wait, you're coming here, Cameron?
Oh shit, we got to end this.
We got to leave.
Broderson.
Oh man.
Wait, so wait, you're saying that we're lying about you?
Oh, I heard that.
Oh, you heard that? Damn it. I forgot.
Foiled by the Lord again.
Shit. I meant to mute the phone, not me.
You had the whole damn thing muted when we started this shit show. Now you can't figure out when to mute it when you want it.
Now you guys are even.
Hoisted by my own
He replied
petard.
all, and you.
yeah,
now you guys are even.
All right, Cameron. All right, so you make your case. You come here and let us know what you think, okay? And we'll move on until you get here. How's that sound?
All right, I'm 8 minutes out.
Okay.
Just 5 minutes
Great.
out.
You know what we'll do?
Are you getting farther away?
It's the time zone. Are you going in another time zone?
Oh, real funny.
Well, how does it go from 5 to 8 minutes?
In like 30 seconds.
Just estimate my time.
Oh, okay.
Well, don't speed.
All right, yeah. Don't speed, but hurry up. All right, Cam, here's what we'll do. We'll go for
I'm coming.
All right, we'll go for a commercial break, and then we'll when you get back, it should be about the time that the thing is over. You know what I'm saying? The break is over. Got me? So we'll go for a break, Cam, and then Veronica wanted to say something though. You remembered something and you knocked your mic.
I have a story that has nothing to do.
All right, write it down.
No,
write it down.
yeah.
We'll do it at the beginning of the next segment then, because all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to go get a drink, a stiff drink,
I'm gonna need one
because Cam's coming in and. Well, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back.
Can you stop at High Street Brews and pick up a six-pack and bring it in? Cam?
Or just a rubber mallet to hit me on the head with. We'll be right back.
Now would be a good time to get up and stretch. Blood clots are deadly. We'll be back.
Our friends at the Association of Licensed Battlefield Guides want to see you at their 2022 Fall Seminar on September 23rd through 25th. This year's topic is Hancock's Second Corps at Gettysburg, with a full weekend of education and social activities devoted to General Hancock and his Corps. The Licensed Battlefield Guides have some superb Second Corps-themed battlefield tours lined up for you, including Attack of the Irish Brigade, Caldwell Strikes the Wheat Field, and more. On top of that, there will be a Friday night speaker and dinner at the Dobbin House, Saturday night cigars at the Rupp House, maps, and other extras. And if that wasn't good enough, how about this? Special hotel room rates are available for you at the 1863 Inn of Gettysburg, but you got to make sure that you reserve a room before August 9th. Register for the tours on the ALBG website at gettysburgtourguides.org/ALBG seminar. Those dates again are September 23rd through 25th. Come and learn about Hancock and the Second Corps with your favorite licensed battlefield guides fans and fellow Gettys nerds. We hope to see you there.
You've heard us promote various ways that you can help us keep the show going, but one way we haven't pushed too much is our sutlery at addressinggettysburg.com/shop. That's a shame because we have designs over there by talented artists like Ty DeWitt of 1863 Designs and Mike Stretch of the Heritage Depot. So now we're promoting it. Buying shirts, hoodies, mugs, and other items from our sutlery not only helps us keep the lights on, but it also helps guys like Ty and Mike, and it helps spread the word about the show every time you wear an item or you sip from your mug. So head over to addressinggettysburg.com/shop and grab some merch. It's the perfect Christmas gift for the Gettys nerd in your family. That's addressinggettysburg.com/shop.
Gettysburg, a Nation Divided mobile app, is relaunching this summer. Gettysburg, a Nation Divided is an award-winning mixed reality mobile application using augmented reality technology. It transports users into the most crucial moments in the Battle of Gettysburg, the turning point of the Civil War. Users can listen and watch historic figures share their stories as lifelike animated avatars, traverse 360-degree image sequences of the battlefield. Its cinematic battle sequences are narrated by actor Scott Eastwood. The mobile app is available for free on iOS and Android. It's designed to be used anywhere, at home, at school, at the park, or at Gettysburg National Military Park. It uses GPS to help guide you through your journey to see the stories and events unfold at the exact location where they occurred. So go into your phone's app store and get it now for free. That's Gettysburg, a Nation Divided.
Need a Corps badge or other insignia for your uniform? Then check out the Badge Maker. Here's what some of his satisfied customers had to say. Miranda said, "I ordered an identification disc from Joe and it's fantastic. He hand stamped it exactly as I wanted. It has a great rough on-campaign feel to it and was reasonably priced to boot." Greg said, "My unit has purchased from him in the past. Quality badges and good service." And Jerry S. says, "The Badge Maker is the go-to place for accurate replica Civil War badges. Visit CivilWarCorpsBadges.com and attach a message with your order saying you heard about him on Addressing Gettysburg."
The Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center, Gettysburg's premier museum, is housed in the historic Lutheran Seminary building constructed in 1832, a witness to the first day of battle. The museum's 3 floors of exhibits connect visitors to the dilemmas that led to the Civil War, provide a powerful and personal view of the battle's first day, and explore one of the battlefield's largest hospitals. No visit to the Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center is complete without a guided tour of the building's famous cupola, where on the eve of battle, officers and civilians saw thousands of Confederate soldiers' campfires burning to the west, and Brigadier General John Buford watched for vital federal reinforcements as fighting erupted on July 1st. Today, you can stand where Buford stood and delivered the line,
"There's a devil to pay,"
and discover how this view helped chart the course of the Battle of Gettysburg. Trust me when I say, ladies and gentlemen, your trip to Gettysburg is not complete without a serious visit to the Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center, Gettysburg's premier museum. Go to www.seminaryridgemuseum.org or find them at 111 Seminary Ridge, Gettysburg. The Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center. It all began here. Our favorite bookstore in Gettysburg is For the Historian, located at 42 York Street. Isn't it, Eric?
You're darn tootin', Matt.
It's because they have the best selection of Civil War books in Gettysburg, both new and used, and online they have even more books to choose from.
But Matthew, what if the Civil War is simply not my thing?
Not a problem, my fine four-fendered friend. This is For the Historian, after all. They cover history from the ancient world to the 21st century with a strong selection of World War II and American Revolution books.
It's astounding how they squeeze thousands of titles from Osprey, Savas Beatty, UNC Press, and more into their store.
And it's also astounding how you and I both squeeze into our pants every day. Well, handsome, they have a warehouse too, and that's where they keep all those books that are available online at forthehistorian.com. And folks, if you go to forthehistorian.com now and order books until you're blue in the face, be sure you mention that you heard about them on Addressing Gettysburg in the Note to Seller box, and they will refund your shipping costs.
What if I prefer to browse in the store and don't want to go online to get my book?
Great question, Doodlebug. Just mention Addressing Gettysburg at checkout, and they'll take 20% off the retail price of your item. So go to forthehistorian.com, stop by 42 York Street, or call 717-685-5207. That's forthehistorian.com or 717-685-5207.
This special episode of Addressing Gettysburg is brought to you in part by me, audiobook narrator Mike Scott, narrator of Savis Beattie's Bloody Autumn, the Shenandoah Valley Campaign of 1864, and Unlike Anything That Ever Floated, the Monitor and Virginia and the Battle of Hampton Roads. If you are an author or publisher interested in having your titles produced as audiobooks, or even just in learning more about the process, give me a shout. You can find my contact info on my website, MikeScottVoice.com. That's MikeScottVoice.com. Hey, historian, author, and licensed battlefield guide Tim Smith. Matt gave me a full minute, so let me ask you an important question. Isn't it about time that John Burns' Hero of Gettysburg became an audiobook? Sickles has an audiobook. You know Jenny Wade is going to deserve an audiobook. Let's give John a shot. Get in touch, Tim. It's MikeScottVoice.com. I'm Mike Scott, your voice of history.
And Civil War Trails. It's the world's largest open-air museum, and they offer over 1,300 sites across 6 states. Drive the Gettysburg campaign turn by turn, paddle to Frederick Douglass's birthplace, or hike to remote earthworks and artillery positions. Visit civilwartrails.org to request a brochure and explore their interactive map. Follow Civil War Trails and create some history of your own.
You're listening to the Addressing Gettysburg podcast with Matt Cowlery.
Was that a ghost? Nah, ghosts aren't real. You're back with Addressing Gettysburg today. Here's Matt.
We are eagerly awaiting the arrival of Cameron.
Unmute me!
Oh, see, I unmuted the wrong one.
Are we eagerly awaiting, or are we?
Yeah, I have to pee, and when I went to go do it, well, both. We're waiting with dread. But yeah, no, Cam's coming. All right, so you had a story real quick.
So I don't know how quick I can be because there's a little bit of background to this.
We got time.
Right. Okay. So I play poker, right?
Yep.
And it's not unusual for casinos to have a promotional side jackpot called a bad beat.
Okay.
During the poker room. Okay. So if you know anything about poker, the bad beat is basically it's just hitting the lottery. It's literally like a really high hand of value being beat by another, obviously higher hand.
Okay.
In Pittsburgh, the Rivers Casino, which used to be my home casino, actually, and just this week they had a $1.2 million bad beat hit. And the significance of that is it's the largest in U.S. history. First off, it beat the other previous record by $200,000 or something like that. But the article that came out from the Rivers Casino was explaining about how, it's an 8-seated table and the loser of the hand actually gets the majority of the jackpot because it's literally a bad beat. You have a fantastic hand that 99 out of 100 times, if not more, is going to hold up this one time lottery jackpot gets beat. And it's
So are you saying you can win for losing?
With this promotion.
Okay.
With this particular promotion. But the reason I'm getting into the story is it listed some of the guys who were involved in this jackpot, right? And the one guy, it talks about how he ended up making $600,000. He had the losing hand and, whatever. Okay, fine. So then the next paragraph says, Raymond Broderson from the Pittsburgh suburb of Wexford. So his
Son
name,
of Otterson.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. It's Brodersen. Broderson.
Wow.
And I was just like, oh my God. I'm reading the article and I'm like, I have to bring that up. Has nothing to do with Gettysburg. Has nothing, you have to know about, Cam, but anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Just made me laugh because I was just like, how would you ever see it? But it is literally Broderson. Broderson. All right, that's all.
Now,
that's all I got.
I kind of feel like I want to go and visit that campus just to see what it's like.
I still don't even remember the real name
Alderson
anymore.
Brodus or Broadus.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's
West
Broadus.
Virginia? Philippi or something?
Philippi, yeah.
That's right.
It's down Philippi.
Yeah, down Philippi way, overlooking the bridge that I led the charge over.
I just kind of I put that sentence together like a Yinzer. I apologize.
Down Philippi.
Oh yeah, Alderson Brodus. Broaddus.
What is their big thing? What are they known for?
Private university in Philippi, West Virginia. It was formed in 1932 as Alderson-Brodus College by the union of two Baptist institutions.
Aha.
The school adopted its current name, which which has
Jesus Christ. Just walk in, Cameron. God almighty. You gave Veronica a heart attack. Didn't you hear? She has a fatty liver.
No, look. That's how you get punched in the side of the head coming through the door.
Look at him waltzing in here.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Look at him.
Hey, you see that white X on the floor?
Yeah.
Put your stool over that.
I don't gotta poop. All right, grab your headphones, Cameron. Come on now. All
Get
right.
your shit together.
That's their logo, though. Kind of cool. It must
Oh,
be
there you
some
go.
kind of
Yeah.
like Civil War guy, right?
You see that logo?
Alderson Broadus.
Alderson Broderson? Yeah.
Uh-oh. Shit.
Alderson Broadus.
Anyway. Yeah.
Well, hello, Cameron.
Hey.
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 How are you doing?
Good.
How you doing? So let's talk first, Cameron, about your trick that you tried to play on me.
I thought I had you good.
No, you didn't have me even fair.
I came all the way across from the Midwest thinking I was going to pull the best one of the year off on you.
You are the worst at covering your tracks.
I thought I had them all covered.
I hope the CIA is watching and never give Cameron a job at the CIA as a spy. He would not be a good spy. First of all, you don't know how to act. Because Veronica sniffed it on a phone call weeks before you even came back.
Well, Eric knew about 5 weeks.
Not 5 weeks.
I knew for a while.
Oh, for a while?
Yeah.
And then you stopped in a week before the week of the show, last Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stopped and talked to Eric, yeah.
Yeah. So.
I waited until you like felt it out, like you smelled a rat, and okay, he was here on Monday.
Yeah. And then he was like, you would send me text messages along the way, and you know about small stuff, nothing really related to anything big, just like, look where I am.
Are they ever?
It's true. Look where I am, and then
they were all old photos. You had been there previously, right? Because they weren't obviously there.
No, Fort Lincoln I did on my way home.
Oh, okay. And you got the hat. No, so I believe that because you got the hat there. Okay. So, Cameron, tell me, before we get into actually the trick here, I do have some questions that I want to ask you about North Dakota, since now we've got you in front of us here. Let's see. How was North Dakota?
Good.
Okay. Keep going.
Gave me like out there working with the Park Service out there. You know, I was able to learn more about myself.
Oh, you went on this is a
spirit quest,
a spiritual journey.
In a way, you know, I got to learn how to do more interpretation to better myself for the future in the Park Service.
You picked up a ricora, I learned, right?
Yeah, it's one of my supervisors.
Taught you a ricora. So speak some Arikara to me.
I can't speak Arikara.
Oh.
But that's what tribe he's affiliated with.
And but he didn't try to teach you any. See, if I met that guy, I would have been like, can you teach me some of the language?
I tried to.
Oh, he tried to teach you.
I was trying to catch some of it. I was trying to get it.
So he would actually speak it.
Yeah, he could speak it.
Like, but I mean, in front of you, like, what was his job?
He was another interpretive park ranger out there.
Okay.
But he was full time.
Okay, and so he would just break into a ricora every once in a while, or
yeah, just share some of his heritage with us.
You're talking shit about white people.
Yeah, exactly. did the word wasichu come up?
No.
I think that's Sioux anyway. It means unwelcomed visitor.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
which is what they called us.
Really?
Yeah, wasichu.
Isn't that the fort out there or something? Fort what? Out in
Wasatch.
No.
Wabash?
No.
Wichita?
Where the Buffalo Soldiers were. Fort. I thought it was something like Wasichu or something.
Fort William Henry.
I don't know.
No. It's.
Where were the
you
Buffalo
keep going
Soldiers?
on.
Can't. All right, go ahead. Look it up.
When we went by Tombstone.
Fort Wallenpaupack?
No, that's Huachuca.
Huachuca. There we go. Huachuca.
Yeah. Huachuca. There you go. Okay,
what are you saying?
Wasichu.
Wasichu.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
He learned it from Dances with Wolves.
No, I learned it from Son of the Morning Star.
Oh. Sorry. Keep going.
Okay, so he would speak Arikara, and did you ask him to teach you, or did you just try to like pick up words as he was speaking it?
I tried to just pick up words as he was speaking it.
I think you should. That's too bad. If I had known that this guy was speaking Arikara in front of you, I would have had you. I would have told you to ask him to teach you some stuff, because I would like to hear some of that.
The language kind of was a little hard for me because I've always had trouble with some words, but the heritage,
you don't say.
The history he taught me
was incredible. Osborne, Broderson.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah, you know.
I have a hard time with names sometimes.
Okay. So go ahead. You were saying.
But, you know, he told me information about his people, about how they fought with Custer.
Yeah, they were scouts, right?
They were some
Yeah.
Custer scouts for the Little Bighorn. He gave me some books to read while I was out there, which was incredible information about how Custer would come sit with the scouts at night and discuss what would be happening after this upcoming battle. Because according to the books, Custer was saying, when I win this battle,
I'm going to make you. Yeah, he was because he thought he would be a president, and he was making him promises.
Yes. So
he had but you know, we're not allowed to believe this today, but he actually did have a lot of respect for them.
Oh yes, a lot of respect.
And he even testified before Congress. I think it was during his testimony. Or I could be wrong, but I know his opinion was that if he were an Indian, he would not live on the reservation either. He would do exactly what they're doing, which was being, as they called them, hostiles.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had sympathy for them, which we're not allowed to believe that now, but that's true.
Strange way of showing it.
Well, no. Well, he didn't decide to go and fight them, like, you know.
And then 2 miles
People
from
broke away from the Union Army when secession happened. I mean, if the
What? Custer didn't break
no,
away
I
from
know,
the...
but people did, right? If they really believed so desperately about something their government they thought was doing wrong, you didn't have to go fight either.
Well, I guess it's like the same as, like Jefferson thought slavery was abhorrent, but he had slaves. Like, you know, it's human beings are everything. We're both. We're not one or the other. We're everything.
And then I was 2
I
miles
was just trying to be contrarian.
and then 2 miles from where I was stationed at, working at Fort Union, which they taught me an incredible amount of stuff that would help me in my career, even out here, wherever I go next, was Fort Buford, 2 miles east of us. Which is...
Did you get to go there?
Yes.
What's that like?
It's actually the site where Sitting Bull surrendered.
Right.
Not much of the forts there, but they got outlines of different buildings there.
Like chalk drawings?
No, like...
Saw the restrooms. There was a picture of the restrooms.
Beautiful restrooms.
I was just documenting everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why not? Right? That's what I told you. Like, live it. Get into it, right? Immerse yourself. So good. That's good. See, because I remember in the beginning you were like, I want to be back in Gettysburg. Get me back to Gettysburg. But I was like, Cameron, just enjoy it while you're there. Like, get the most out of it. And it sounds like you did.
The more I was out there, the more stuff I found connected with Gettysburg, actually all over the West.
Yeah.
There's actually a place in South Dakota called Gettysburg.
All you need to do is drive through town to see that.
Which there's a marker in the middle of the town where 25 men that were there, they actually helped founded the town, but they'd all fought in the Battle of Gettysburg.
There you go. So I must have, the battle must have meant something to them, right? That they would name their new town after such a horrendous event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got Fort Buford.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I know everybody I actually found some Little Round Top history out there.
Really?
Gouverneur K. Warren, after he graduated from the West Point, he actually was out there on a survey on the Missouri River for the Army.
And then he got back to Washington and he said, survey says.
He actually spent a little bit of time at Fort Union, at the fort where I was at, interpreting all summer.
Nice.
Went out, checked.
Wait, Warren was with you all summer interpreting?
No. He was actually there during the lifespan of the fort.
Oh, gotcha. That must have been fun getting out there back in those days, right?
2 months on the river just to get up to the site.
Now, I think we have some photographs of you, Cameron. Eric, do you have those lined up?
Oh, my. Did you Photoshop
No. We have Mountain Man Cam that we want to show people, in case they don't follow you on Facebook,
Oh, you've been on my Facebook.
Of course we have. There's Mountain Man Cam. Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, that was colorized.
That was colorized? That wasn't colorized. That was artified.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there you are, looking very determined, a very Jeremiah Johnson look there you got going on. They actually, wasn't your nickname Robert Redford?
No.
Oh. I thought they thought you looked like Robert Redford out there.
No, my nickname for the radios and everything, they just hollered West Virginia all the time.
Is that what it was? West Virginia? How are you doing on the radios? Have you gotten that down pat now?
Pretty good.
Well, by radios, we mean CBs or walkie-talkies.
Well, we didn't really have a lot of
visitors.
Well, no, we had about between 50 to 100 visitors on a normal day, and sometimes
really
even up to 150
on every day.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm amazed. Okay, go ahead.
And we're only working in the area of the fort, so we didn't really need radios all the time.
Right, because you could just yell across the yard to each other.
Or we could walk across. But if we were in the trade house all day,
What's the trade house?
that is actually where the biggest important part of the history of the fort was.
Where all the trading would be.
Well, they negotiated in the one room, and they would have a reception for the Native Americans when they would come into the fort. Then they would be 6 to 8 hours of fellowship where they would give them a meal, talk, long speeches, and then for 2 to 3 days.
Yeah. Give them some fire water.
Actually, no, there was no really much of that kind of stuff. That's what they say.
Because this is like
Hollywood.
what? Pre-Civil War, right?
This is also during the Civil War.
But I mean, like that's how far back it goes. Is before the Civil War.
1828.
Right. At that time, they're still trying to get along with these guys.
Oh, they were though.
Yeah.
Out there. There was never no fighting really with the Native Americans.
Right. That was later.
At the fort.
I mean, we had our fighting with the Native Americans all along, but what we think about the West, the cowboys and Indians part of that, that's later on.
Yeah.
The Hollywood depicts all the like post-Civil War stuff as the people from the East trying to go west and start these new lives, and then it's like that's where things really got.
That's where it really got heated up.
Yeah.
But before that, the only time really Native Americans saw any Europeans or white people was like at these trading posts or at Fort Union.
Right.
But also, the tribe that is where the fort lays at is actually on Assiniboine land, which is
there's a Cinnabon there.
Assiniboine.
Assiniboine. Yeah. I was getting hungry. I was like, wow.
I still heard Cinnabon.
Yeah.
You hear I have a fatty liver?
Did you hear about Veronica's fatty liver?
What?
Veronica's a fatty liver.
Oh boy.
Cinnabon.
Are you worried?
No.
It could turn to cirrhosis. Why is that funny to you?
I'm not.
She could die.
You're the one making fun of her.
I'm just telling you. You obviously weren't listening to the whole show. You missed the part about Veronica's
you got a fatty
liver.
liver and potential cirrhosis.
No, but keep in mind with the site I was at.
Cam, did you hear Veronica has a fatty liver?
Oh my.
No, Cam, it's not funny.
Yeah, I know it's not funny.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's funny right there.
Cameron, she could get... Jeez, it's still going. She could get really sick, Cam.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God, I didn't realize this was such a long... That's like a 30-second laugh, Cameron. It's 28 seconds. Look, you made Eric leave. All right, so...
Does that mean I get his job now?
No. All right, what's your favorite animal that you saw out there?
It has to be the buffalo.
The buffalo. How would you describe a buffalo?
Strong beast of the prairies.
Strong beast of the prairies.
At one time, there was over 6 million buffalo that roamed the plains.
Yeah.
And actually, I just found out when I got back, my family actually owns 4 buffalo now.
Really? Well, when it comes slaughter and processing time, give Uncle Matty a call because I want to get some buffalo meat.
They got 3 cows and the bull.
And buffalo are like cows, but with more fur. A regular cow, right? Who's your favorite Native American?
I would have to be, after being out there that long, hearing a lot about the Arikara.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be the Arikara tribe.
The whole tribe, not anyone in particular.
Their history.
But no chief stood out to you, or warrior, or anything. No.
No. after I got out there, learned a lot about the Native Americans. You can't just say Native American, because there's over 200 some different tribes.
Well, but
in the country.
they're all native.
Yeah, but there's all kind of different tribes. The Sioux has actually got 3 different types of tribes.
Dakota, and what's the third one? Yankton, which is a town in one of the Dakotas.
Yeah, and then you got the Blackfeet, the Cree,
Crow, Minneconjou.
Yep, you got
Cheyenne.
You got it. You know where
Arapaho.
The Mohawk.
The Mohawk. Are they in that area?
Seneca.
No, they're not.
Delaware.
That's New York.
You got the Mandan.
The Mandan. That's right. Mantan.
Yep.
Okay, if you want to get a little color and you're haven't been out yet, you get some Mantan. What else? Well, of course you got. And we're moving all over the place now. You got your Cherokee.
Yeah.
You got your Comanche. You got your Kiowa.
Chinook.
Kiowa. Your Chinooks.
Flathead.
Your Flatheads. Your Phillips Head. Your who else?
Nez Perce.
Navajo. Apache.
Blackhawk.
Black Hawk is what we were saying.
Yeah.
And you got a lot, and there's many more that we haven't even named.
Yeah.
Smaller tribes that they haven't made movies about yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very fascinating history.
Yeah, I mean, it was an amazing trip. A lot of history learned out there that helped me become a better interpreter.
So that should help you with your future applications to jobs in the Park Service. How many times did you watch the movie Gettysburg while you were out there?
I lost count. I actually, some days...
You lost count.
I knew he studied.
Yes.
Of course,
Yes.
I knew there was no way he
You
came
knew
back
that
from
too well.
February like that without it.
If you want to challenge
Don't
me...
point at me.
You need to get Gods and Generals.
No, I can't. I can't make it through that.
Why
movie.
would we do that?
I've actually sat down and watched Gods and Generals, all 9 hours of director's cut, and then turned around and watched all of Gettysburg.
9 hours.
It's a 9-hour
long.
director cut.
It seems like it.
Oh yeah, it's only 20 minutes long.
So
But
does the non-director's cut, to be perfectly honest with
But
you.
they put in the director's cut, they do a lot more with Harrison and
yeah, I know. I
his
saw it.
relationship
I've
to
seen
himself.
it. Yeah. What?
Lee talks to himself more.
Lee, constantly talking to himself. Where did I put my pen? Oh, there it is, over on the table. Cameron,
Please help me
what
find
is?
my pen. I would be so ingracious.
Bow down, thy inkwell, O Lord.
I know where you're going.
Technically, I have your back on that one. I think he was talking to himself. And if we get really technical, I don't want to ruin it for the release of the thing.
yeah,
but
yeah.
Technically, I'm on your side, Cam, on that one.
Bow down thy head, O Lord, and come down, touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, which teaches my fingers to fight and my hands to war.
He is talking to himself. You don't pray to God. You don't say "Blessed be the God" to the person you're talking.
That's
He's
the
talking
prayer.
to himself, but it's talking to yourself.
Who's listening? He's talking to himself.
He's hearing himself.
Hearing himself?
Yeah.
I will tell you this.
All right, we got
I've
two
been-
atheists at the table.
I will tell you this. Since I got back and started teaching my one subject that is in my job.
Human sexuality, yeah.
No, civics, government. I'm teaching that down there.
You're teaching government too. Whoa.
Wow.
Wee.
So wait, you're teaching civics.
Yep. 12th grade civics.
What do you have to teach? Now, are you like a permanent teacher?
Long-term
Sub, but only in civics.
Civics and world history.
So whoever needs coverage,
I teach all 9th grade. I got my own classroom.
Oh, because like someone's on maternity leave or something?
No, they don't have nobody to teach it.
They ain't got nobody.
They don't have nobody.
They ain't got nobody.
They don't have anyone.
Oh, there you go.
That's why you're not teaching English.
That's why you're not teaching English. Thank God you don't have to do English in history class.
I ain't got nobody. But I can depend
ain't
on
got nobody.
Since I've been teaching civics, I've been watching. I got into watching again all the episodes of West Wing.
Okay. So the children of West Virginia are going to know civics from a fictional television show from the 90s.
You take that back. He was real. I saw it with my own eyes.
We all wish President Bartlett was real, but he wasn't.
No, it's
that
just,
was Martin Sheen. That was Martin
I'm not
Sheen.
going off. Oh.
Bow down thy heaven, O Lord.
Okay, enough. Go ahead.
I'm not teaching them off of a fiction TV series.
What does that even mean? Bow down thy heaven, O Lord.
Bring
Like
heaven down
rain?
to me. Bring
Open
heaven
the
down to me.
skies?
I don't know.
That
I don't
makes
know.
no sense. I
I'm
don't know
not a
what that means.
Victorian
He's talking to
Episcopalian
himself.
or whatever the hell he was. What was Lee? Presbyterian, Episcopalian? What was
What
that?
the fuck should I know?
I don't know. I thought you know all this stuff. What do you know about Lee? What was his religion? Denomination.
I'm not really even
Muslim.
sure on
He was a Muslim?
That's the book I read. It was that in the Gelso?
Yeah. Is that Gelso?
What?
Yeah.
It wasn't?
Yeah. Gelso said he was a Muslim.
It must be true.
You're asking the wrong
just-
person on that.
Totally teasing
Gelso
everyone.
did not say
Take
that.
it easy. It's a joke.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Good Lord. Give me hate mail.
But he did yell Allahu Akbar before the Battle of Gettysburg. When he came riding on the field in the middle of the first day, he was like, Allahu Akbar, and yeah.
With a suspiciously thick coat.
Yes. Right around the midsection. All right, seriously.
God.
All right.
So your
all right.
favorite animal was the buffalo. What is the time zone for Fort Union, and what is the time zone for Little Bighorn?
Central Time.
Fort Union.
That is Central Time.
That's what I'm saying. Fort Union is Central Time.
Yes.
Okay.
And Little Bighorn is Mountain Time.
Little Bighorn.
But this is even the crazier part.
Uh-oh.
The park I was at is actually split in half by 2 states, 2 time zones, and 4 counties.
The park itself?
Yes.
How big is the park?
It's about 200
4 acres.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
So now wait a second. Because I looked up time zones after you told us that your trip is shorter because you were changing time zones. I looked up the time zones, and I always thought the time zones were just straight down.
They're
right?
not.
They're
No.
not. It's so stupid. I don't understand how that works.
Oh, I know.
Go ahead, tell me.
So
I mean, I bet you would. If anybody knows here, it's you.
Now, don't quote me on all this.
Oh, believe me, we're going to be quoted.
This is being recorded.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, Cam.
The way I understood from one of my colleagues who's native from out there.
Native American or
No,
originally from there?
He's from North Dakota.
I see.
He told me that the time zone used to actually go along the Missouri River.
Uh-huh.
But
So if you're on one side of the river, it's 1
Yes.
hour, and the river zigzags, so
Yes.
it could be crazy. You could be in the same state. You could be on the east side of the river,
yes,
and still be in a different time zone than someone on the same side, or no? It was just straight down. No, it was straight down the river, right?
Yeah.
That was okay. Got it.
That would actually make more sense.
Yeah, it would.
Right, because if you don't have an aerial view of where you are,
Yeah, let's just make
that
it
would
easy.
be the landmark. If I'm on this side of the river, it's
Yeah.
this time. Yeah. That,
You all are on a different time zone on your bank of the river, and we are over here.
I have an hour less of my life than you over there.
So
we will all die
an hour sooner.
Cameron, help us make this make sense again.
Yeah.
I can't believe I just asked that.
All right.
right,
So
go.
the way I understand, it used to be that the time zone followed the Missouri River.
Got it.
But after a while, people realized who like to go drink and party in Bismarck that then they could cross the river and go party in.
After the bars close on their side, they
He
can go
just
again.
keeps staring at you when he says
Two different
that.
New Year's Eves. I'm in.
Yeah.
So they actually then, if I'm saying it right, they actually then allowed counties on the south end of the Missouri River to vote if they want to stay in Central or Mountain Time.
Mm-hmm.
So every couple years, they actually allow those counties to revote where they want to stay at, what time zones. So from from Bismarck, North
Well,
Dakota.
what else do they have to do out there?
I mean, honestly.
Let's just vote on time zones. Go ahead.
So from Bismarck, North Dakota to up where Fort Union is, I
Yeah.
crossed the time zone about 11 times.
Wow. So you must have been like 12 hours behind when you started or something, right? If that's how that works.
You do look younger.
You do look young. Yeah. It's like you were out in space and we were all still here on Earth.
Cameron has traveled through time.
Yeah. Let's take a call. Let's take a caller. Is this Aaron?
This is Aaron. How are you?
Oh, Aaron. How are you doing, Aaron?
Yes, sir. I'm doing great. Hey, man, I just wanted to let you know it's really nothing in particular. I just wanted to say, hey, man, thank you for what you do. I've watched a lot of your shows, and it's really cool how you have the interviews with the actors from the movie.
Thank you.
And things of that nature. Man, it's just really phenomenal how you bring history, which I think shouldn't be depleted, obviously, to the forefront.
Thank you.
You know? And
Well, thank you.
I think it's just an amazing thing.
That's very nice of you to say, Aaron. I appreciate you calling in and saying that, and I'll PayPal you later.
All right. Yeah.
Now, where are you calling from?
All right. I'm calling from actually the first land battle of the Civil War, Philippi, West Virginia.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
How do you say the college? I almost said the hotel.
Yeah, the hotel.
How do you say the name of the college?
Oh, Alderson Broaddus.
Alderson Broaddus. Okay. Are you the guy that always corrects us in the comment section?
No.
Okay.
I haven't really been in your comments.
That is Caleb.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Oh, it is Caleb who does that? Okay. Go ahead, Aaron.
No. Yeah. We have the Alderson Broaddus College, and actually it turned into a university now. But
oh, it's a university now.
Oh, excuse us.
Like to make it more clear for you, sir, Alderson, Alderson, Alderson.
Okay, so it's not. It's not this.
Yeah, over down here we call it Alderson.
Alderson. Okay.
And and we also have the Myers Clinic, which was responsible for the first amputation of the Civil War. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Kind of cool.
Pretty cool history. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're down in Philippi now. Do you know Cam? Have you ever met Cam?
And more importantly, do you know he saved your town?
No.
Right?
No, I don't know who.
I was
Cam
there.
is.
I was there at 160 and helped command the Union troops when we charged across the bridge.
There you go.
You
You
were
helped.
victorious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you saved his town.
Well,
That's
no,
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Cameron saved your town.
I wasn't reenacting at that point. I am a reenactor and historian, and the first reenactment that I got to do, that I was able to do as an adult, was in Tennessee, and that was in 2020. No civilians due to the pandemic.
Gotcha.
And the last time that I reenacted in Philippi, I started off as a child. Actually, thank you to my grandparents. I was probably, oh my gosh, I'm 36 now. I was probably 10 years old, and I was there for the filming of Gods and Generals. For the Antietam half of it.
Right.
And it was a something to see. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Nice clothes.
Oh, okay.
What?
Eric, I thought that was the one. I thought I was playing the one where you said, "Oh, here."
I got into reenacting because I like the clothes.
That's what I thought I was playing. Sorry.
Jesus.
All right. Well, so Aaron, thank you very much. So are you new to the show?
Fairly new, yeah.
Okay.
I know who Dustin Heisey and all them, and I kept going forward and found you, and you really know your stuff.
Well, buckle up.
Yeah, buckle up, buddy. Well,
Heck yeah, man.
I encourage you.
I hope to make it to the 160th and for Dustin's event, and
What's his?
maybe you'll be there, and I'll.
What's his event?
I'm sorry.
Is he doing a reenactment?
He's doing the Gettysburg reenactment next year. Yep.
Very interesting. Separate from the Daniel Lady Farm?
That's correct. Yeah, it'll be 1 week prior. Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. All right. Well, so
yeah, man. He's.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, I got to get going. So thank you very much for the call, and check us out. And don't forget, hey, listen, there's a big secret I'll tell you now, but I won't tell anybody else. The really good stuff is on our Patreon account. Okay?
Money. Okay. And I know a song also called Money, 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 Money. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No, hey, man, I'll sign up.
No.
Dollar bills, y'all.
You don't have to sign up. I was just saying, if you want the good stuff.
No, I will.
Yeah.
Anybody that supports this stuff, man, I feel it's very, very integral with today's society, especially especially the way that the politics and stuff are moving. Yeah, man, I think that it's very important. And for some reason, when I was a child, I'm the only one in my family that really got into it, the Civil War reenacting.
Yeah,
and that's
me
what
too.
That's what I meant by, that's what I meant by, my grandparents helping me out with it. They drove me here and there, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, and I'm so grateful, and I don't know why. And then later on, I went to the military myself and whatnot, and I just think it's very important to preserve the past.
I agree.
So that we can
agree.
learn from that. From that past,
That's absolutely right. I agree with you.
Okay.
We all agree. Thank you very much, Aaron. Don't be a stranger. Call again.
Hey, thank you for having me.
All right, you're welcome. Have a good one. Sounds like somebody here is coming for you, Cameron. Is this Ray?
Hey! Bobby, I got a bone to pick with you. I'm teaching animal science next week. And it's going to be buffaloes, them things that are fuzzy like cows.
Yeah, fuzzy cows, right? Furry cows.
Furry cows, and then we're going to talk about snakes that look like frogs.
What the hell is happening?
What in the world?
Cameron, you called yourself right now. How are you talking to yourself?
I did not. My phone's off.
I told Cameron he looked at his. I told Cameron he just called himself and he looked at his phone.
I just had to call in because I think that's funny.
Is this Ray Stow?
This is Ray. Yeah.
Ray. So
I just wanted to call in and bust this job.
Yeah, that's good. You were. This is the guy you played against. You played against Ray in September for the game show on Saturday. Cameron, that's who's calling.
All right.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say that your live show was great. So you have nothing to be worried about there.
Thank you. Well, luckily, with guests like Tim and Gary, I really don't have to do much. So that, I think, was the saving grace. If I had a guest like Cameron, who I have to constantly pull teeth to get an answer, I don't know where we would have gone. I
bet you could do a show about me.
I could.
Yeah, we could.
That might be in the works.
Spin-off.
Why would I want to?
Hey Ray, are you actually rocking that Burnside do, or was that just like a picture on Facebook?
I did rock it for a day, then the wife made me shave it.
Good call, Carrie.
Yeah, absolutely.
No offense, Ray.
You just keep listening to that woman. She knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, you got a winner.
Yeah. Ray, Ray, sorry you didn't win at the game, but you came in second, and Cam is quite a challenger, isn't he?
Well, I figured since he had all that spare time out there in the Dakotas, he was watching a movie every day. So
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
That's where you went wrong. The trivia should have been totally different. It should have just been like random trivia or something, not Gettysburg movie. And
the next show we do, I'm going to do a totally different game
deer
show.
in headlights. It would have been like, wait a minute, I just spent 40 hours yesterday.
Great, I should have done that. You're right.
We should have did the Gods and Generals.
Yeah, that would put the audience to sleep. I think next time we're going to play a game called Win Tim Smith's Money. And we're going to just pit one person who thinks he really knows stuff against Tim Smith. Maybe even Cam would be so bold as to challenge Tim.
I'd go for it.
See? We got to find somebody who's delusional, and they'll go against him. And we'll make it a good prize.
Yeah.
Who
would be the arbiter
You
if
can always
right?
put Jacob up against Cam.
Oh, that would be good.
Wait.
Jacob versus
against Cam.
Yeah.
How many books do I get if I keep winning?
Well, that might be a different. It might not be any. It might be a different prize. Every time it's going to be a different prize. All right, Ray, we got to get going. Thank you.
All right. Yep.
See you, Ray.
All right, talk to you later. That was a great Cam impression, by the way. All right. So, all right. Now, The very important stuff here, Cameron. I know you got here a little later than I thought you would, and so that kind of really threw everything off.
I had to stop at the local auction house back home.
What?
Oh, so you were bullshitting.
So wait, what do you mean you stopped at the auction house? You're on your way to a show that runs on a schedule. I'm sorry,
It
a
runs
schedule.
on camp schedule.
Yeah, this is.
I still had to leave some bids on some stuff I wanted.
Some bids on some stuff.
Some bids on some stuff I wanted.
Did you get it?
They go on auction tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha. Very good. All right. Well, Cameron, this is your favorite part of the show here.
You doing news or events first?
She's the gal who knows what's going on. So take notes. There's a test at the end. Here's AG Today's lead anchor, Veronica Brestensky, with news, traffic, weather, sidewalk conditions, and what's happening this weekend.
I must have all possible information.
He even let those little kids touch his pretty extended nipples.
What the hell?
What in the world have you been doing since I've been gone?
Going crazy without you. Ronnie Ronstadt, it's you.
All right,
it's all
so this
you.
is what I'm going to do, because this was national news right
Yes.
out of our backyard.
Yes,
right?
listen to
this
this,
is
Cameron.
it. This is all we're doing today. since
Cam,
we're
this is
running a
going to
little
make
bit
you
late.
shit your pants. Listen.
I would like to read this
Yeah.
article verbatim, and I will give credit right off the bat to this particular. Oh, this was an actual Gettysburg Times edition of this story. But this is wild. And there's some other connections that we can talk about after the story. But okay, so a Pennsylvania man has been charged with abuse of a corpse, receiving stolen property, and other charges after police say he allegedly tried to buy stolen human remains from an Arkansas woman for possible resale on Facebook.
Ugh.
A spokeswoman from the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences in Little Rock confirmed that the remains had been donated to UAMS's facility and were sent to a mortuary for cremation. The spokeswoman said the remains were sent to Arkansas Central Mortuary Services in Little Rock, where they were allegedly stolen by a female mortuary employee and sold, adding that there is an open federal investigation. I will skip down a little bit, but basically what's going on is a guy from East Pennsboro, well, technically Enola, which is up by Harrisburg.
Yeah.
So the East Pennsboro Police Department gets an arrest warrant for 40-year-old Jeremy Lee Pauley of Enola, Pennsylvania. He was arrested on July 22nd and had an initial court appearance Thursday. Calls to an attorney representing Pauley were not returned late Thursday. Pauley was released on $50,000 bond, according to court records. On a Facebook page under his name, Pauley has posted pictures of bags and stacks of femurs. One caption, quote, "picked up more medical bones to sort through." The Facebook page he uses to market his body parts is called the Grand, and it must be pronounced in German, Wunderkammer. Okay, so, and then it goes on to explain that, quote, vendors of the odd and unusual, museum exhibits, guest lectures, live entertainment, and so much more, strange, curious, and unique in every way possible. It also provides a link to the website. Now, there was, I'm assuming as of today, this is an aside, but as of October 1st, there's still supposed to be this event being held out on Presidential Circle, I believe at the Wyndham. I don't know if that's being canceled as a result of this or not, but it basically goes on to say that the district attorney for Cumberland County said it's the strangest thing he's ever been involved in. The question we had to come to answer was, is the sale of body parts or bones and remains illegal or legal? Some of it, to our surprise, was legal, and as the investigation went on, it became clear there was illegal activity going on as well. Pauley, who described himself as a collector of what he calls oddities, including human body parts, and the remains were acquired legally when first contacted by police, according to the police affidavit. Police initially found what they described as older human remains, including full skeletons that they determined were legally obtained. Okay, now this is where it gets weird. However, after a second tip about newer remains in Pauley's home, investigators returned to the house to find more recent purchases. Police found 3 5-gallon buckets containing assorted body parts, including children.
Wait, including children's body parts?
Including of children,
yeah,
yes. Yeah,
okay, not the whole child.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, and federal and state law enforcement agents intercepted packages addressed to Pauley from the Arkansas woman that contained body parts. Pauley told investigators that he intended to resell the body parts, according to the affidavit. Investigators allege that Pauley arranged to pay the Arkansas woman $4,000 for the body parts through a Facebook Messenger app. Facebook did not respond seeking comments, et cetera, et cetera. But the post office actually, look, when they were doing this investigation, they intercepted these remains being mailed literally through the mail to this guy.
Like you drop the box and it opens and like a brain falls out or something.
Can you imagine this? Like, what are we doing as a society? Like,
We're not doing that.
A medical, an actual legit medical research place gets it. They're done with their investigation or research or whatever. They give it to a mortuary to be cremated. Some person that works there says, oh, I can make a couple more bucks off this. And they find just the right guy. Now, this is a black and white photo, and it really doesn't do him justice. He is quite an interesting dude. If you look closely, if you can even look his name, what did I just say? His last name is Pauly, which is his first name.
Push when you show it again. Push the picture.
Jeremy Pauly. Sorry.
Push the picture closer to the camera slowly when you do. Okay, ready?
So if you Google Jeremy Pauly, there are all kinds of photos on the internet of him. It appears even his eye is tattooed. It just seems like a really interesting dude to begin with.
Oh, yeah, he's interesting.
But the fact that he was able to somehow find someone willing to do this, and there's a market for that. I mean, like, can you imagine?
No. No, I can't. And what is the name of his event? Something Wunderkammer or something?
Wunderkammer.
The Grand Wunderkammer?
Yeah.
Why are these people that are into this stuff?
Yeah.
Why? What is it with the German?
I don't know what that is. Yeah, the Grand Wunderkammer. And if you look that up on
What does that mean,
Facebook,
Eric? Do you know what that means? Wunderkammer?
Wonderful something.
Wonderful something.
Or
well, I knew that part, but what is the Kammer? K-A-M-M-R? E-R?
M-M-E-R.
Wunderkammer.
So when you look up the ad for this event on October 1st, I mean, some of the things, it was advertising like you can come touch a real human brain. There's going to be a phlebotomist on site where you can put like a vial of your own blood or a friend's or loved one's blood.
And this was going to be here?
Yeah. Now, this is the first I heard. Now, in full candor, I didn't even really see this story because I didn't see the newspaper. I wasn't paying attention the week this actually came out, which was August 19th. That was
right.
So, but what I saw is our buddy Dave over at Victorian Photo Studio.
That's how I found it.
He was actually apparently going to be part of this because it's advertised like odd and curiosities and stuff like
horror con type of a thing,
right? Or just curiosities and things like that. So tin type photos. Okay, fine. That's whatever. So then he gets wind of this and he's like, holy, he puts up this basically a big long post on Facebook about how absolutely when this came to light, he wants nothing to do with this guy. Yep. He wants nothing to do with these, the event and everything. But
the event's still going on?
As of today, you can still buy tickets. I just looked at during the last break. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty wild. I don't know.
Well, the show must go on.
Yeah. So I'll keep my eye on this. I mean, if he just posted bond, it's just the beginning of the process.
And he's a local guy?
Yeah, he's from Enola.
Enola, right. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
You're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but if I saw that guy walking down the street and then found this out, I'd be like, yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Right?
If you're going to tattoo the whites of your eye, you're sick in the head. You could tattoo your face, you're sick in the head.
I'm
sorry.
Still so how does this even happen? It's not like he has a friend at the local crematory down the road, right? And he's like, oh, dude, I'm trying to get my hands on some illegal body parts. He finds some random woman in Arkansas.
Yeah, they probably met in a chat room or something like that. Yeah.
And they agree to she's mailing them these body parts illegally. That the records are saying these folks are being cremated now that the scientific research is done and all this other stuff. And now somebody's getting can you imagine your mom's remains who you donated to science for legitimate purposes, and you're thinking you're doing a good thing, and then her body's sold on the quote unquote black market.
Well,
and then,
Kathy, we know what's going to happen to you when you go.
And then you're up in Gettysburg one weekend and you're touching the person's brain. What is that? This whole thing is bizarre.
It is bizarre.
The whole thing is weird.
It's sick. Well, there's a lot of sickos out there. Cam, what do you think of this story?
I have no comment.
Why?
I just don't know what to make of it.
Right. It's shocking, right?
I've never heard in my life. And
you've never heard your life? I haven't either.
No, I've never heard of something like this in my life.
No. This is something out of a horror movie, but it's real.
I don't know if that'd be the really appropriate thing to have here in Gettysburg.
Well, they're not having. Well, I guess they were.
We're not talking about it. It wasn't a convention where, you were going to get hundreds of people showing up specifically so they could deal in illegal secondhand human body parts.
But they were going to let you touch a human brain.
Yeah, which is technically legal. And it's not like they were trying to do it at the angle.
No.
And full disclosure, and just to be, so this is very clear, police investigated this guy twice. The first time, they could apparently find a paper trail of how he legally obtained these body parts. And okay, fine. Like, if they were donated to science with no provision of being cremated afterwards or whatever, you know, like, that's fine. You're whatever. But the bigger issue is when you're going to, like, one of these events, there's no delineation between, is this legal?
Right.
Or was this sold for $4,000 from a woman in Arkansas and just brought up here? You know, if you remember years ago.
I would imagine you would have to maintain records on that stuff, just like you would with any controlled firearm.
Oh,
sure. But what I'm saying is, as a patron of this event, right, is if I pay my whatever $10 and walk through the door, am I going to ask, like, okay, before you show me that femur, do you have the proper paper? Like, I'm just going to assume that this is not illegal. It's not. And
the only time it, like, really becomes an issue for you is if you want to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where was this going to be held?
It says it gives an address of Presidential Circle.
Oh, that's the
Presidential Circle's
Wyndham.
out by the window.
Yeah,
There's the other hotel there as well, and the ABC that's out at.
They do have a lot of conventions out there.
yeah.
They got a lot of space.
Do you remember, like, years ago, and I don't even know if it's still a thing, but the bodies exhibit?
Yeah, the China.
It traveled around, and there was a lot of controversy because they were like. I don't know if it was proven, but there was a lot of speculation that those were like political
prisoners.
Yeah, and you know, now they're making bucks off of this, and it's fascinating because they were posed in, like, you know, body activity, like running and jumping,
and you
could
see the body in a way we
everything.
don't normally see.
No, but that was a person.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's fine if they voluntarily donated themselves for study and everything, but
I mean, it's
anyway.
China we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
Yeah.
didn't. I know that was a big deal, and it was very creepy, yet also at the same time fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird. The whole thing is weird. And these people that are obsessed with death and the macabre, like, when I find out that they do things like this or they're serial killers or whatever, I'm never surprised.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I don't know. I just never liked those people. No offense to any of you in the audience. I'm sure you're wonderful people, but I can't get into
put
that
some
stuff.
money on this guy not listening to the show, so I think you're safe.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure he's
pretty
not
sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. All right. Well, so then that's all we were covering for the news here. But the most important part, though, is this news segment of the show.
You bitches up for food?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have it loud enough.
You bitches up for food?
So where are we going to go and eat now? Katie, the lovely Katie is here. Katie Money is here. And this is a rare occasion, so we should go somewhere nice because Katie never comes out with us.
That's a true story.
So where should we go? Katie, where would you like to go? Any ideas? What are you in the mood for? What kind of fare are you in the mood for? Italian, American, McDonald's, whatever? Wait, what'd you say? Whatever's what? Whatever's clever. Okay. All right. So, Eric, you have any ideas?
I don't care.
Okay. All right. This is a really fun segment here with everybody's just, you gotta,
We
Cameron,
usually
where do you?
spend like 5 or 10 minutes on the phone after I leave here for the day, trying to figure out
What you want to eat.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you 3 choices. Here we go. Farnsworth, Labella, or Fourscore?
Farnsworth is always fun.
All right. Cameron says Farnsworth. How about you, Ronnie? Farnsworth, Labella, or Fourscore? Farnsworth. Labella,
I
or
have to go with Farnsworth.
Farnsworth. All right. Katie? Farnsworth, Labella, or Fourscore? We're voting. Go ahead. Pick one.
This should be done privately.
No. We change it every week. We change it every week almost. Farnsworth. All right. It looks like Farnsworth's going to win.
Yeah, I mean it's 3-2.
We can't beat it. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. That's that Catholic school math again, Eric. I still had to
Wait,
look to
Katie
you.
said it was packed.
Oh, it was packed?
It looked busy when I came in, yeah.
Really?
It looked
How about
busy.
Labella?
Labella? Italian? You
I'm
like
hungry
Italian?
and I don't want to wait.
I'm hungry and I don't want to wait either. All right, so we're going to go to Labella.
Or somewhere else? Somewhere else. Well, we can go.
All right.
You know, since we're on food, there's actually one interesting
No, there's
style
not.
of food out there that they cook.
No, there's not.
What?
It's a restaurant. They actually have where they cook over pitchforks.
Oh, like a, oh
They
yeah?
do like a Moderna, where the Teddy Roosevelt National Park is. They have a restaurant there where they actually use pitchforks to grill with.
Interesting.
It's,
I don't know.
It's like a hoe cake almost.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Big steaks they do.
Yeah, I bet they do. All right. So we don't know what we're doing now, you guys?
I'm fine with whatever.
All right,
It's been a hard time. How long it's been since I had dinner with y'all? Just as long as you don't bring no microphone to catch what we talk about.
Oh, I'm going to record you all the time.
Mella out at the.
Mella out at the thing. All right. So nobody's in the mood for Italian, and LaBella's off the table. All right.
I think something outside.
You know what?
Might not
Yeah.
be as busy down.
Outside?
Was it nice out?
You about had me run out the door at that hibachi restaurant last year when you took me there.
That's right. That's right. We almost did. But then you realized I was your ride. So you didn't go
I
anywhere.
vote that Katie picks.
All right. It's Katie's choice. Katie's choice. Katie got a choice? Come on now. Come on. Did we give her 3 options or did we change the options?
Gave me too many options.
Oh, boy. All right. Somebody who knows like marketing and all that stuff suggested what you should do is decide where you're going to. I'm talking. Is you should decide where you're going to go to dinner on the show so people can meet you there.
Yeah.
You know, and every time we've tried this so far, nobody can play the game. Nobody gets it. Like they're all just like, oh,
No, because we always end up spending like 15 minutes out in the parking lot.
Right. That's why we're trying to like do it here. I'll give you 3 choices.
What about Mason Dixon?
Yeah, we can go to
That's
Mason.
the second time it's been mentioned.
Mason Dixon.
Right, yeah.
All right, we can go out there.
Hey, we got to hurry this up because
they're almost closed.
The porn spam is coming.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you. We're going to go to Mason Dixon. That's where we're going to go. If you're in town, stop by and say hi. Otherwise, we'll see you all later. Have yourselves a good weekend, and we'll talk to you. No, I won't talk to you next week. I'll be away. We'll see ya.
Addressing Gettysburg Today is hosted by Matt Callery and Veronica Brestensky, Esquire. Produced by Eric, the producer, Moni. Applause led by Owen the Clabber. Guests of Addressing Gettysburg Today stay wherever they want. That's not our concern. To be a guest on the show, send an email to eric@addressinggettysburg.com. Addressing Gettysburg broadcasts from the Gettys Bike Tour Studios. Get a 15% discount on your next tour with Gettys Bike. I'm Huevos Grande, the voice of Addressing Gettysburg Today. Thanks for listening.
That was years ago.
I can't somebody like they had not seen for years. Why? Whatever do you mean?
Who's sexist bitch?
So we sang the chorus from Atlanta to the sea while we were marching to Georgia. While we were marching to Georgia. While we were marching through Georgia.
If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's not a chicken.
This concludes our broadcast.
For that.